Alright, we're about to go hot for sure. There we go.
Yeah. This. This. Okay. And off my stuff. And then reopen. I wonder if it's going to play as a loop. I don't know if it's going to play as a loop, but we'll see.
Alright.
Yeah. 1v1. Live action. Oh, yes. Oh. Yeah. It works.
Okay.
But there's noises in the background.
Is there? I don't hear it. It's well, it is backwards. That's the only thing.
You don't hear that?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. We have entertainment in the background.
Nice. Yeah, the only weird thing is that it is just flipped for some reason. I don't know why I would be doing that.
Oh, I mean, would it even matter once the gameplay happens? It's just names. Oh, wait, it's your good. We did everything. Oh, there it is. There you go. You get to see how the session is.
Cool.
Which I was kind of pissed off. I had 3 hours of recording, quote unquote recording from Elgato, and then when I went to, like, okay, this is a good amount of stuff. File has been corrupted. It's like,
oh no, that sucks. That's the days of doing Let's Plays, man.
Yeah, so Chaotic and I had to just rush in before the servers closed.
Gotcha.
For the first day.
Yeah.
And just like do a fast recording. It's like
yeah.
Look everyone, I'm YouTubing.
Yeah.
I'm streaming.
Yes, quote unquote.
Oh, maybe I should. Hey. Let me see.
Let me like skim through the. What the fuck? Why can I? There we go. I don't know why it's not letting me. Okay. Move this a little bit. Let me just skim through the timeline just in case. Okay, I guess I'll toss that in there just in case we have a lot of time. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Can you check the sound for us? I'll check the sound right here, so you'll probably hear some sort of echo, but just in case we have a lot of time. So I heard me. Okay.
All right. I heard
can you. Check the sound for us. I'll check the sound right here, so you'll probably hear some sort of echo, but just in case
it's that echo.
A lot of time. So I heard me. Okay.
All right.
I think I heard you. Just say like Marvel Tokon. Check the sound right here, so you'll probably hear some.
Fuck this game. It's fun, damn it.
A lot of time. So I heard me. think I heard you. Just say like Marvel Tokon. It's almost coming up.
Oh my god. Fuck this game. It's fun, damn it.
Okay, I heard you say fuck this game, so alright. So that's good on my end.
Jesus Christ. I'm hearing the echo of echoes.
Yeah.
It's throwing me off.
Yeah. Actually, I need it up so I can see this chat in case. But yep. Are you ready to go?
Yep. We're just testing this to see if video eats up your streaming.
I think it's more on your end than anything, because I think mine is fine. Yeah, I think mine is fine. It's how is it on your end? Like, is there anything chunking up on you?
No, it's fine. It's just that again, on my end, I'm hearing the video.
Oh, you're hearing it? Okay. Is it like
I hear it's a good, it's like I can tone it out.
Oh.
It's just that it's just weird that on my end I can hear the video play, you know, the sound from the video play, but you do not hear it.
Yeah.
So I guess it's a blessing in disguise for you.
I guess so. I think your mic is a little hot. Maybe you can like turn it down by like 5.
How about now?
Better. Much better, actually.
Yeah. Sorry. I think I had the gain on.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. Right. Tweak some adjustments. Okay, so I think we're pretty good and ready to go. So, welcome back, everybody. This is Hypecast number 332. We do have some things to talk about. It was a little bit on the drier side. Now, you know, we just entered September, so we are like, you know, we're away from like, you know, like EVO and Gamescom at this point. So we are going into the fall season, you know, transitioning, right? The weather is starting to get a little better on my end anyway. I don't know about yours, and of course everywhere else in the world. But yep, nonetheless though, man, it's that time of the year. It's another September, or September, you know, for those who are into that stuff or streaming and stuff like that. And next week we will be taking a break, so there will be no Hypecast for that Saturday. Zawa here will be celebrating pretty much his little B day, right? The birthdays, the day of birth.
Yes, I am now legal. I am now 21.
God damn it. Yeah.
Hey, you if you were at my work today, because my other boss gave me, you know, a early present, like balloons and cupcake, because she won't be in tomorrow.
Gotcha.
Everyone was like, "Oh, it's your birthday," so I had to say no. It's one day early because of my boss. And they were guessing my age. It was just like I was humble, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Of the age group they were putting me in, and I was like, no. Here's my ID. And their faces just drop.
Yeah, the
like,
jaws, yeah.
Yeah, they're like, oh, you look 25, 27, 28. I was like, oh, thank you, but no.
Yeah, I get that too.
And they're like, yeah, and they're like, what do you mean no? Here's the ID. And I'm like counting down. 3, 2, 1. What the fuck? There it is.
Yeah. Yep. I get that quite a bit at work as well. Them faces just like, what?
I mean, I told them outright, like, yeah, I steal the blood of kids. I'm a vampire. Yeah, they taste it.
Oh my god, please. So, yep. Another September, right? Oh, so wait, so your birthday is when exactly?
Tomorrow, the 7th.
Tomorrow. Okay, the 7th. Gotcha, gotcha. Well, early happy birthday, right? Because since we're not gonna be here for next week, all that stuff. It's
Yep.
yeah. Uh, well, you're now my age, so, right? So
I finally caught up, right?
you caught up, and then only for me to get ahead again at one
In
point.
both age and in New Year's.
Yeah, right, right. Yep, that's kind of how it works here in these Hypecast streets. But yeah. Uh, now,
Mhm.
while there is a day of celebration to be had soon enough, right? Or should I say, was a day to be very concerned. It is pertaining to EVO, so let's go ahead and kick this off as always in the Hypecast fashion for fighting game news.
This battle is about to explode.
As yes, Zawa has his footage of Marvel Tokon, playing in the background. We are once again talking about something prevalent in the fighting game community ish, more specifically pertaining to EVO, like I said, and what's possibly the future of EVO. So for those who don't know already, well, first off, let's preface this, right? So EVO was pretty much under the Sony umbrella, right?
Yep.
They were directly under RTS, which is basically, from what I've gathered, right, especially in the past, they were pretty much in charge of like the event organization and stuff like that. And apparently, Pokimane had her name tied to it somehow, whether she be like an investor or co-owner or co-something. So that's why there was like there was this whole meme about like, oh, Pokimane, Evo or fighting game community, blah blah blah, haha. You know, a little bit of a meme there for a little bit. But
Yep.
now, as of recent, very recently, in fact, Evo has now been acquired by Qiddiya. Qiddiya, for those who don't know, we'll look it up here on Wiki just to make things a little easier. Qiddiya is a planned entertainment and tourism mega project. So basically, you could say uh, like a mega uh, venture kind of thing too. You could look at it as a company or something like that, like a body, right? Um, and this body of sorts is largely supported by the Public Investment Fund. And the Public Investment Fund, well, first off, sorry. First off, let's look at the founder of this mega project of Qiddiya, right? Which will double as like a city or like a place, kind of like think of it like almost like Vegas, but except that it's more of like it's even more of like a very closed in sort of giant entertainment hub, if that's the word for it. This was founded all by, forgive me for butchering the name, but it has been found by Salman bin Abdul Aziz Al Saud. He is the king, or has been the king of Saudi Arabia for ever since 2015, and was at one point the prime minister of Saudi Arabia from I guess it says 2015 to 2022. So yes, 25th son of King Abdul Aziz, and so you can kind of get the royalty, right? The royal background this gentleman has, right? So very much so that, which means, yes, you can essentially look at it like Evo is now under the Saudi Arabian sort of umbrella, if that's a way to look at it, right? And
Yes.
for those who don't know, also, um, this is also, yes, backed by, like I said, the Public Investment Fund, and looking into that is even interesting of itself, because the current key figure of this body as well is Mohammed bin Salman Al Saud. I believe we talked about this gentleman previously when we were talking about the SNK stuff, especially with Fatal
Yes.
Fury.
Yep.
They have a large stake, if not a big chunk of SNK, which is why they probably likely had some sort of creative control over, who made into Fatal Fury, which kind of explained perhaps the appearance of Cristiano Ronaldo, right? Or Ronaldo Cristiano. And also Ganache.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Salman al-Saud is the de facto ruler. He's considered of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and he is at the moment the crown prince and prime minister. So yes, he's the heir apparent. He's the next guy. He's the next one to be the king of Saudi Arabia. So you can already see, right, of how much just of the governing body is now, you could say, behind EVO.
Yep.
And furthermore, whether it be this particular body or part of Saudi Arabia, or I don't know if it's all of Saudi Arabia. I don't want to just assume that, but yes, like, yes, it does say government of Saudi Arabia, so it's probably just like the governing body in the political party of Saudi Arabia, because they have that grasp on EVO now. For those who don't know, tend to have, let's just say, principles that are very, very abrasive on the ideologies of inclusivity, and just human rights, you could say, so on and so forth, all those things relating to each other, right? And that also includes the community members of the LGBT plus. Also, you can also add furthermore, the people in the trans community are also kind of like the I don't want to say I don't want to like call it an antithesis, but very much abrasive against those ideologies as well, from the political sort of beliefs of this party in Saudi Arabia. That is why, just to make this point, that EVO now is kind of like getting cooked under fire, in flames, you could say, because nowadays, right, in the FGC, a large portion of the FGC comprises of people who either are actually in that community or people outside of the community, but they like support them, right? They support this ideology. So that's a very large chunk, and now EVO is now tied under the Saudi Arabian grip. It'll make things very, very hard to have those members of the community just now be like, oh yeah, I'm going to EVO next year, right? Like they're very much like just now faced with this grim reality, right? Or a possibility, I should say, because we haven't really seen what has come about it just yet, right?
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you, as someone, right, who is in that sort of community, one way or the other, and what do you know of the situation? How do you feel about the situation? and what, you know, what will be, you think, like what will happen to EVO, right? And then of course, like, you know, and how do you feel about that? Like, are you going to continue to be at EVO, all that stuff? So hopefully hopefully we have those 3 questions sort of answered. Yeah, so what now you can go.
Okay, so I'm just gonna answer all at once or in any random and not in order. So
Go ahead,
we'll just
yeah.
start like
whatever works for you. Yeah.
So already the red flag was for me and for some that's part of the LGBTQ plus community is already seeing that EVO is being pretty much owned by the Saudi Arabian kingdom, government, whatever you want to call it at this point, who has been known for doing very inhumane things to pretty much my people in my community.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go into details. Everyone, you have Google. Please go use that.
Yeah. Right.
Like one of the biggest fighting game pros out there, who is Sonic Fox, already voiced their concern.
Yes.
About it, and it has already been rearing, you know, the dark underside of human behavior.
Yeah.
Like I'm happy and proud that Sonic is like loud and vocal about, you know, his beliefs and what he supports and stuff. So thank you, Sonic, for being the voice that some of us are, you know, afraid to speak up.
Yeah.
And already in the comments are saying like, well, if you don't want to support EVO, then, you know, good. We don't want you in here anyways.
Right.
Like, wow.
Right. Yeah.
Like Jesus, like, wow. How long have you been holding that in until, you know, until you finally got that gratification to say whatever you can because of, you know, certain things happen into quote unquote their favor.
Yeah.
But on top of that, like, it's a long shot, but because they own EVO, it's probably not going to be sudden, but it is going to probably work its way in.
Yeah.
To limit, you know, certain members of a community to, you know, even participate in EVO. It's not going to be, again, sudden, but you're going to start seeing like less and less in their, you know, participating in EVO. And I don't know. So Sony as a company right now really don't know what they're doing with EVO.
Oh yeah. For sure.
Like they needs to kind of like give it back to somebody that is within the FGC.
Yeah.
Like,
or at least has like a large like understanding or a very close understanding of that, of what makes the FGC. Yeah.
Like at this point in time, I wish that you know, like James Chen, fucking Yai, Lil Joe and stuff. I wish they could band together and just say, you know what, you guys are, you know, tell Sony in a nice calming manner, but you know, it's pretty much what's everyone's, not everyone, but some people's minor is like, you know what, you guys are fucking this over. Just give us the keys.
In the ideal world, yes.
Yeah.
But you know, as much as we love them to be the key holders, right?
Yeah, the holders of.
But you know, it's a whole it's a whole different ballpark when it comes to like owning a business and running it and like, you know what I mean, like those types and parts of this whole shtick is quite different, you know, and I'm pretty sure maybe they'll have some experience at most, but you know, it takes a different mindset to actually run such that part of the business, quote unquote, which is why it's very hard to pick who is like the right person, you know, and such like that. It's a very tricky situation, but I get the feelings behind that sort of idea, right? But the reality is that's, well, there's a lot more to it than behind the scenes. That there's a lot that we don't see, and I'm sure, you know, it's not just a walk in the park by any means, you know, when it comes to this stuff. Do you have any more to go on with, or
when it comes to like, am I gonna support EVO? Am I gonna go to EVO? It's again like, we'll see. Like,
yeah,
if the king, prince, whatever, does rear his, you know, his mark on, his mark onto EVO, like start, you know, restricting or limiting like access to like certain members of a group and stuff. It's like, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Like, it'll be like, I'll go to Vegas, but I won't go to EVO.
Gotcha.
You guys can catch me at like at the casino or at the or at pretty much at the food court of the at the convention center.
Pretty much, or you know, we can always meet somewhere else, like the actual arcade place of some kind, or like something, right? We can always like plan something if it really gets to that point. But so okay. So you're saying like if it really gets to that far, then you say no. So you're like hell no, which I definitely get.
Yeah.
Now, if nothing ever changes, let's just say like it's pretty much like I would say like 95% or 90% the same for the most part, would you still go?
See, that's where my morals come in, because it's again like
right,
like again like fuck. You know, I'm in a sense I'm gonna be supporting like someone that has different ideologies and ways of in their words, just dishing out justice, whatever.
right.
But it's more on gonna be like, for the money wise, like where's my money gonna go? Is it gonna go straight to their bank, or is it actually gonna help EVO?
Yeah, is it gonna like fund the next EVO, or just like kind of self-perpetuates sort of thing? Yeah.
Because again, we don't know fully what the king has on EVO. Like, like is he full custody, or is he more like just that big shareholder? You know?
Yeah. Right.
Like you could, I mean, they say, oh yeah, now he owns EVO, or he's currently the key holder, and it's like, okay, but what do you do with EVO?
Yeah.
Is it just for you to make extra money, or do you actually like fighting games?
Yeah.
You know?
There's a lot of questions of why or how this all came to be and all that stuff, and like me and Faka we're having like an actually like a rather extended discussion about it, like why how could this have happened, right? Because again, I'm gonna bring this up again, like I would say it would be like a 60-40 ratio of like So like, let's say like, 60% like is mostly like, the non LBGT plus members, and then the 40% will be the LGBTQ plus, and then you have the trans people in that space, right? And but because of this, possibly, right, like that 40% is like could possibly likely, or you know what I mean, like there's always that possibility that 40% will be gone, and that's a huge chunk. That would be possibly a huge chunk, right? Gone. That's big. That's a big loss right there, right? If all that 40%, hypothetically speaking, is gone, or not attending, or whatever, or and thus not supporting the EVO, as a whole. So we're like, how could this be? How could this have happened, right? And as much as we would like to make these guesses, right? As much as we could make the best possible guess, could be the most educated guess that we can ever make up, but it can still be wrong because ultimately we don't know. Now you kind of just brought it up, like it could just be as simple as the king and the prince just liking fighting games all of a sudden, or they always had, but they didn't know how to sort of like express that outlet, right, to an outlet of sorts. But now with like esports being bigger than ever, right, maybe they're like, oh, why don't we put our foot in, or dip our foot into the esports thing, and then there's fighting games, perfect, right? And maybe they love fighting games, they want to support it. You know what, hey, if that's how it went, then it is what it is. But another part of me says just a large part of it is just like, I don't know, they just felt like dropping a big load of money into this, and the people of EVO or whatever said, all right, we'll take that bag, man. Money, because money talks, and of course there's always that possibility of like, or there's always a question of who said yes, right? Is it actually the EVO staff, or is it just the Sony execs at that meeting, So only, well, of course, this is a given, but only people in that very meeting or that call know what happened. So we can only ponder so much. We should only spend so much time, coming up with this possibly best educated guess. But it's a case of your guess as good as mine kind of thing. And maybe there is a financial expert who can maybe perhaps take it just like that extra little step closer to what's possibly the best answer that we got, but we don't know. Is the point being, and then all harkens back to like, how could this have happened, right? Is it really just as simple as the money, or is it just like, they like fighting games, right? But yeah. That's just like something that we also pondered as we were discussing it. But the thing is, I've like kind of looked into, I've watched like Say Jam and stuff like that, and apparently, at least from him anyway, Qiddiya, or at least the people behind this mega project, have always had their foot at that door, apparently. And that's why we were seeing certain sponsorships, and we've seen, of course, yes, the EWC, right? The EWC is the Esports World Cup, for those who don't know, and that's, of course, who backs that. Where does it take place? Saudi Arabia, right? So there's always been these flags, right? There's always been these points that should have been clues, right? For us, be like, oh, right, maybe this, all kind of like would line up to this point. So, you know, funny, or rather unfortunate, maybe, depending on how you look at it. People in the comments, and I read those comments too about Sonic Fox and everything, were also saying, oh, why not go to Combo Breaker? Why not go to CEO? You know, stuff like that, right? Funny enough, guess what? At least with Combo Breaker anyway, I don't know if CEO is the same, but I'm assuming so. Or I think it is safe to assume so, that they are partnered with the EWC. So it's like it's hard to escape it at this point when it comes to the majors anyway. So it's just like this big little shit sandwich, if that's the word for it, that, well, if you want to go to these events, well, you're gonna have to take a bite of that, man. You know, somehow, some way. There's no way around it. You're gonna have to take a bite. It ain't gonna be pretty, right? It's a shit sandwich, right? So, I understand of the people who either support the ideology or support the people who are actually involved with such communities, and of course the people within the communities feeling like, oh, you know, I'm feeling really uncomfortable with this. I'll probably likely be more on the end of not going. You know, all those feelings, all those emotions, I understand. I will not, you know, of course I will not judge on that, right?
Yep.
It definitely is not comforting, right, to see this all unfolding, right? It's hard for us to process right now. And yeah, we have to wait and see, which sucks because that takes time, and you know, some of us aren't really patient, right, with these things, and it's just like, ugh, what's gonna happen? Like, you know, we just don't know. We don't know, and I get it. But I think, yeah, you know, it's just these times of just like wanting the money or something else, right? Plus something else. You know, of course, yeah. I feel like, yes, a large part of it is the money. They probably offer something you couldn't refuse. You can't help to refuse. And that, okay, you know what? I get it. Money talks. I get that. But
Yep.
again, at the same time, this is all, you know, tied to the FGC. And it's just like, what, like, damn, man, like, how did it came to this point? How did this happen? And you know, hey, it is possible that the EVO staff said no, but you know, maybe they didn't have the final word for it. I don't know, right? Again, it all goes back to the whole I don't know thing, right? And maybe Sony had the Sony execs or RTS whatever had the final saying to this whole thing. You know what? Then it is what it is. But again, we don't know. There is maybe a little bit of ray of hope, but I would not hold my breath on it, just so to be safe. Rick, or Dahado, spoke on this, saying in a post or tweet, everything I have worked on in fighting games has been with ambition of bringing our communities together. Inclusivity, community, and connectivity all matter to me. It's deeply personal that they remain part of what I work on, and that the future of EVO respects that. So, I hope this means that nothing much will change in terms of, like, you know, what's there at EVO, right? You know, I personally don't think nothing extreme at least will happen in the near future, right? But maybe in the long run, they'll turn up that dial on the stove and turn up the heat of until the water boils, and then whatever is in there, like crabs or whatever, they're not gonna jump out because it's too gradual, right? It's too like subtle of a change until it's too late. Maybe that's the effect that we'll have, possibly, right? There's so many possibilities in this whole thing. There's a lot to talk about. You know, obviously, for those who are outside, probably not, because hey, who the fuck cares about fighting games? But you know, but for those who do care, for those who have gone to EVO as a means of connecting with your friends, it's that social tether, right? It's one of the only ways, I'm sure, for people to be able to get out and come together and celebrate what they love, right? And a large part of that, of course, is fighting games and video games, right? But with this, definitely not going to make things easy, right? Because now it's stained with that Saudi Arabian political party ideologies, right? Those political ideologies now tied with this whole thing, unfortunately. But at the end of the day, we all have a choice to make, you know? And I'll go only if the people go, right? The people I know go, right? You, Keeters, Chris, you know, other you know, like friends, fellow, you know, members of the Dude community, and like just people that I know, right? If like most of you aren't there, then it's like I don't really have a reason, because really at the end of the day, for me, right, I go there for the people. I go there to see people, right? As much as I am enthusiastic with fighting games, that's not the sole reason for me to go, right? Because I just feel like I can do that somewhere else. But there's that one time of the year that I only get to see you guys once a year, right? In real life, you know? Yeah, I talk to you like, you know, once a week at least, right? But it's definitely like a special time though when we actually come together, right? You know? And yeah, in this EVO, man, like it felt good to be back. And then what actually, and Faka said, like, well, looks like it was a really good thing you did go this year, because what's there to hold for next year, right? And beyond that, possibly. And man, yeah, if it really gets to that point of like not including a certain group of people, then yeah, fuck that, man. Shit.
Yep.
But it would suck because EVO, you know, like for so many people, it's like it's that special time of the year, man. Like I used to go ever since 2015 all the way up to 19. You joined in at one point, Zawa, you know, and it was like that tradition again to meet up with certain people, you know, have a drink, laugh, whatever, right? You know, walk around in that fucking dry ass heat, but hey, you're doing it together, man. It is that time only that comes around only once a year, right? You know. Oh, but why not just go somewhere else? I mean, if push does come to shove, then we'll do what we gotta do, right? But EVO is that place, and that's what we made it, right? You know, we made that bed, so we'll lay in it, right? Yeah. But if someone's gonna take a shit on it, man, like fuck that, right? I'm not gonna lay in it, you know. As funny as that sounds, but that's what could possibly happen. Take a huge ass dump, like fucking Amber Heard on Johnny's bed, whatever, right? That whole story. But anyway, yeah. The point is though, is that well, if we have to move, then we'll have we could move somewhere else, possibly. And you know what? Maybe possibly Combo Breaker might be that next place, possibly. Will I fly to Chicago if I know everyone's going there? Hey, I'll make the time for it. More likely, I mean. But now I can only fly there, right? You know, I definitely can't drive there, of course. But hey, I'll try to make it happen, man. If I know that you're going, or you know everyone else I mentioned is going there for Combo Breaker, that's a possibility. And hey, it's an excuse to go to where's the Combo Breaker take place? Is it Chicago? I think it was. Whatever the city is, right? Wherever wherever you guys go, I'll go, right? For that 1 year, for that time of the year, you know? That's where I'm at with this whole situation. So, hey, if y'all want to still go to EVO, I'll go to EVO, right? Hey, I mean, you know what? Like, you know what? All right, you know, I'll give my money to Saudi Arabia, whatever, but I'll say fuck you in the process, and then I'll go meet up with you guys. That's how I feel about that, you know. And then I wanted to say about the Sonic Fox situation, right? And there were some people who were like, but you're taking the money from Saudi Arabia or whatever, so isn't that like hypocrisy or whatever? I mean, sure, I guess, but I mean, isn't there like a saying of like, you know, biting the hand that feeds you, right? I mean, you can always take the money and like fart in the face, you know what I mean? Like, can't you do that? Can't you take the money and say fuck you? By the way, right?
Yep.
I don't know. It's like, how can people not think of that? Go ahead. Yes, you have a point. You have an answer. Yeah, go ahead.
No, it was like more of the what you would call like yeah, the hypocrisy is kind of there with taking the money from, you know, the one, you know, the hand that feeds you, bite and stuff. But still, you have to come to the point like, yes, money is money, but it depends also like where did this money come from?
Right. That's
like,
their whole counter
like
argument.
Like some people just don't realize that there are a lot of different ways to obtain money. The one that you never want to take money or attain money from is called blood money. You don't want that in.
Right.
So I think I want to believe that's where some people are on the fence going like, where is this money coming from?
Yes.
Is it like actual, you know, like actual, like from, you know, the money pot that, you know, you get, or is it actually from like the salt mines or something like that? Blood diamond.
Yeah, the blood diamond money. Yeah, no, I get you. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that is the whole counter argument with this whole situation. Particularly with Sonic Fox. Right.
Yep.
You know, but
hi JD, I see you.
Yeah, what's up, Destiny? We see you, by the way. Yeah, just talking about the EVO stuff, man, and you know, sometimes like it's definitely hard to give up what you love most, right? And you know what, like there's something about winning EVO, maybe, right? For those fighting game players, and I you know what, I can kind of sympathize with that, right? There's just something about that EVO prestige or whatever.
Excuse me.
Something, right? The spirit of EVO. And it's definitely not the same with like Combo Breaker, CEO. They all have their own thing. That's why they coexist. It's not like, oh, you know, it's not like one consumed over the other or anything like that, right? They all kind of coexist for a reason. There's a reason why people go to these particular events in that sort of sequence, right? because they're all kind of different in a way. Yeah, they're all fighting game tournaments, but it's if you're willing to go take that extra mile to understand, then you understand that they're different. But if you're just like looking from the outside in, or you're the tourist in the situation, yeah, of course you're not gonna understand that. And you know what? That's fine, I guess. But of course, to talk like that, you know, like you kind of understand the situation of why people do certain things. Like, all right, come on, man. You know, that's just like it's like a little cheap there. Easy to say kind of situation. Oh, like, oh, why don't you just not go? Or why fucking go to here instead or something, right? Well, first, again, Combo Breaker and CEO also are tied with that sort of situation too, in a way, but it's a partnership. It's a little different, yeah, but still.
Yep.
It is complicated, to say the least. You know, there's still a lot to go on, but at the end of the day, we all have a choice to make, and you know, we'll have to wait. And I hope what Rick says here stands true, at least, right?
Yep.
Nothing will change. Maybe like the only things change, of course, is what we see in the sponsorship, right? And maybe seeing that particular sponsorship banner at EVO will make certain people uncomfortable. That is a strong possibility, right? At least to say, you know. So we'll definitely wait and see until the next EVO reveal, right? Like that presentation, live stream presentation, and see if anything really changed at all. And yeah. Well, there is one other thing to say, right? And it's whether like, oh, people say, oh, but EVO already died like this many years ago. You know, I guess that really depends on who you are, right? You know, are you that old school FGC member from like 05 or something, or 02 at least, or even like from the 90s, right? Like, you know, or are you somebody who came in from 09 and beyond that, right? Like, you know, it just really depends, of course, of what you think when it kind of start to change for the better or worse, right? Again, depending on who you are. I personally felt like I got that last bit of the old school FGC when I went in 2015. Like, it was very much like still that, it felt like it was still lingering with those roots, but I can already see it on the way out in the way, if that makes sense. You know, especially with like finals, we were still like sitting on those chairs, right? And the scenes through the projector and everything, like that was like very old school. And then like the moment finals took place in that arena, I think that's when it largely changed, right? The soul, you could say, started to wither away in a way, right? EVO is not the same ever since, maybe. Can you gauge, or do you feel like EVO died at a certain point, or when do you think EVO started to change at one point? If I don't know if that's something you can answer.
Well, that is a very heavy answer, but I think EVO changed when it had to, because it got so big.
Yeah.
It needed to go to a new venue, and when your reaction was perfect when you saw the prices, and then you showed me the compares. Like, yep. I'm like, yep, there it is.
It's so wild, man. Like, I saw, I like looked it up just for the not shits and giggles, but you know, just curiosity. And I'm just like,
you kind of just wanted to like make sure you didn't have a Mandela effect.
Yeah, Mandela effect. I wasn't crazy.
You just wanted to look. You wanted to look at your records.
Yeah,
like your spending records. Like, It's like, what the fuck?
Dude, it's so wild, man. Like from $69 to pretty much 250, man. 250, bro. Like even just one more day, even if that, like it's no, dude.
Like
oh my god, yeah.
But I'm kind of glad that my convention here, QuaiCon, yeah, the price rose, but it's we knock on wood, we did not hit the triple digits yet. We're still in the 2 digits.
Oh wow.
Okay. The only thing that's been rising to like the triple or 4 digits is hotel.
Yeah.
But because I room with like close friends and stuff, so
yeah,
it's pretty much like we plan ahead, like super ahead, like on the Monday of or on the Monday post convention, like, all right, I'm gonna put down my name for our hotel room. Who's gonna be in here? We can only take 4 at max. And so I already have like I'll have like one person saying like, oh, put me in, and then slowly gain the other 2. Then I'll be like, okay, we have our 4 locked in, good. We'll see what the damage is.
Yeah.
And then if it's like that one extra person then that needs a room to stay because shit happens, I'll try to see if we can snag a suite.
Yeah.
That's where the 4 digits, and it's like, okay, this is the suite. This is how much it costs. Are we really willing to fucking spend a little bit extra for the suite, which will have like one more bed and one big pull-out couch.
Yeah.
And but luckily that hasn't happened yet.
Right.
But still, it's like when it comes to hotel and stuff, it's like, yeah, I'll share my hotel, but I need to personally know you. I'm not just gonna pick you off the street because you know me, or you're sorry to say you're part of the OVG communities. Like, I need to know you like personally.
Yes. Yeah. That, I think that should come with some common sense there. It's like, like you're gonna room with them for like that many nights. So, like gotta know each other,
Yeah. That's why, again, with sorry, little tidbit or sidetrack.
Yeah.
The one I showed you last night, Thursday night, whatever.
Yeah.
The one that was in the triple digits or 4 digits, whatever. Yeah, in the 4 digits. I gotta tell you this right now. If we take that one and however much we have to spend, I think it was like we'll have to spend like $270.
Okay.
Per person to because it's gonna have 4 of us.
Yeah.
Because the place looks fucking huge too. Like you saw some of the pictures, right? Like the room, the master bedroom alone looks like you can house like maybe one more person in there. Like 2 people on the bed and then 1 on the floor.
Yeah.
Like I'm willing to have like 1 more person move room with us to bring down that price.
To lighten the load. Sure.
And then I did talk to View and Chaotic. Like they kind of agreed. I gotta ask them again.
Yeah.
To do the Uber pot. Like 1 person is designated to be the Uber bank account, so to speak.
Yeah.
To go to EVO and come back from EVO.
Yes. Yeah.
But if it's like me, I want to go to the fucking casino, I have to pay my ass.
Right.
And I'll be like, bye guys.
That's
I've gotta lose money and spend money.
Or like, let's say like
that's
or like sorry to interrupt, but oh, I want to go to this particular diner, then I'll
yeah. Well, you know what? Speaking of that diner shit. Sorry, sidetrack. I'm gonna try get to EVO next year, like Thursday morning. Like I leave like Wednesday night and get Thursday morning. Hopefully, again, if we do get that, Airbnb, they allow me to like get into the house like I want to say 5 in the morning
Oh gosh, yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah.
And depending what time you guys fly in on that Thursday, right off the bat, I'll ask them tonight. Right off the bat on that Thursday fucking night, how about we ask like what dudes are there? In Vegas already on Thursday. Everyone has to pay for it themselves though. We fucking go to Caesar's Palace buffet.
Oh yeah, just to meet up there, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Like, because we missed our opportunity.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's a bit of a shame, but it's all right. But for next time, yeah, for sure. I think we should plan something a little more special when it comes to food.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then maybe on Friday night, we can all be each other's dates. We go to Gordon Ramsay.
Or a Ramsay burger or Gordon Ramsay restaurant, whatever, right? Yeah.
The Gordon Ramsay restaurant.
Yeah.
Pay fucking $300 for a full course meal.
Holy shit, man.
That'd be fucking bougie as fuck.
Bougie, man.
Because I already looked at the menu. I was like, okay, you get to choose like spaghetti with shrimp.
Yeah.
This is the appetizer spaghetti with shrimp or or risotto.
Yeah.
Then your main course is it's the one Quiet always likes to make. The meat in the bread.
Oh, beef Wellington.
Yeah, beef Wellington, and then your dessert is like something with truffles.
Yeah.
So I'm like, shit, this is...
something with truffles, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh shit, this is bougie as fuck.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude. Absolutely.
But again, we can just go to Gordon Ramsay burger order and then call it.
Yeah. As long as it's not the food court, man. That night was like, oh. But I mean, to be fair, yes, we were tired. We kind of just wanted something quick.
We were tired. We didn't. I mean, I could have used my boyfriend's Uber Eats account or Uber account Eats, whatever.
Yeah.
To get like some points or some like free delivery and shit. But I was like, what is open right now?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like, on a serious note, I think if we still had the energy, I would have fucking walked to that Denny's.
Yeah. I think, you know what? That would have been a little better. Just a little better, yeah. But
again, thank you for that. What was it? Friday night. We went to tacos, or was that Thursday night?
Thursday. That was Thursday, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for the tacos.
Yeah. Yeah, because that place, by coincidence, was the same one that me and my friends went to during one of the guys' one of us's bachelor party. Yeah. We just happened to like walk into that place. We were like, because we came back from like it was like some like whiskey sampling thing that we all took part of. Yeah, and then I had the what was it? I forgot what it was called. I forgot what mine was called, but anyway, it was like a sample platter basically, right, of like different whiskey, and we got to try all that out.
I mean, that's good because you didn't, because for whiskey tasting, you don't want to overload your taste buds.
Oh yeah, for
and your
sure.
stomach.
Yeah, for sure. And then like because
for those listening to chat, if you are of age and you go to like wine tasting, whiskey tasting, get the sampler.
Yeah, a little sampler. Yeah.
Watch your other friends that cannot hold their alcohol, as I point at myself. Get fucked up.
Yeah. So yeah, we had alcohol in our system. We're like, you know what? Let's get some Mexican food, and we just like walked. We happened to just came across that particular place. You know, maybe it was like a calling, man. It was like a spiritual calling. You know, but anyway,
Lady Luck was pretty much, you guys are about to fucking keel over here.
yeah,
Get something greasy.
greasy
Which,
but tasty. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
But and as Hawk said in his EVO review, or what did you call it? Like your EVO
like the breakdown or whatever. Yeah,
breakdown reflection.
yeah,
If you go to that taco place, don't order the fries with your main entree unless you're
yeah. Unless you're sharing
really
it.
hungry.
Yeah, unless you're either really hungry or you're sharing it with a friend. Yeah, because that shit was quite a bit. Yeah.
Like, I bet you if we got 2 of those fries, that was it.
No,
That's
yeah, that
all
would
we
have been
needed to
enough.
eat.
That would have been enough, I think. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, we could have just asked for, like, can you add a little bit more cilantro and shit? Like, that's it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Right. But anywho, so let me just click through if there's any other stuff to not forget or just be aware. So let me see. Let me just look through this stuff. Yeah, so it's not only Qiddiya, but Nodwin, because it's basically like kind of like the same umbrella. With Nodwin Gaming now is at the helm of EVO, the event continues to expand across the world. Yeah, making its debut in South Asia. I mean, that kind of does explain why all of a sudden they can go to like different places besides Vegas and Japan. So maybe like, yeah, because there's more money involved now, they can like expand, the production can like level up for sure, like it'd be a lot nicer, you know. And that could be like the quote unquote best case scenario, right? Just things look nicer, you know, and maybe your experience will be nicer therefore. But there's always that big but, right? Like there is that stain, that lingering sort of cloud over the heads, right? Of like that.
It's doo-doo, baby.
Yeah, yeah, the possible doo-doo cloud of where did that money come from, right? We don't know. Could it be that Saudi Arabian blood money that a lot of people have been like, you know, talking about, right?
Yeah, just been like easing it in, like, to talk about. It's like, no.
Right. You know, it's really a lot of we don't know, and you can only make the best guess, but that could still be wrong, right? That's really a big part of this whole situation. So we just have to wait and see to see what happens, and you know, we'll make our choice from there. You know, if most of us aren't going, hell no, I'm not going, man. There's no point for me to go because I'm gonna be real. Like I'm kind of like not super socially active or extroverted. So I'm not gonna just like go there by myself and suddenly be like,
yeah,
hey, what's up? Like, you know, oh, you like fighting games too? You know, like that kind of shit.
Yeah, like, it's weird how, like, as kids, like when you were like 1 digit age kids, we would just go up to any fucking random person and just go like, "Hey, what's your name?"
Yeah.
And once you get to the 2 digits, it's like, hi.
Yeah. You're way more reserved, yeah. For sure.
Like, I was like that all the way up till senior year. You know, meeting new friends and stuff.
Yeah.
And then,
yeah,
small little history of my encounter with my boyfriend. Just imagine science class. I'm still finding myself. You can say I'm still in the closet, whatever you want to say. We are put into groups, and he just started to be too aggressive on the flirting,
Mm.
and it was weirding me the fuck out until one of my friend, who's also his friend, that I didn't know of. That it's well, long story short, for that part, Hawaii is a small fucking island. You're going to know someone's going to know someone on this damn island that knows you. So if you could like trace, do that whole conspiracy like board of like, okay, this guy knows him, but he knows him, but he knows him, yet he knows her, and
yeah.
so they had to go like, oh no, that's how he is. That means he likes you. I was like, oh, okay. Then it evolves to like more than like, and here I am now.
Yeah.
About 8. I can't math right now. Whatever 2025 minus 2017 equals to. That's how long we've been together.
Yeah, 8 years. Yeah, almost 10. Almost 10. Yeah.
More than 10.
No, because
no, wait, not 2015. Oh my god, he will fucking kill me. 2025 minus 2007. Holy shit, he would fucking kill me.
There you go. Almost 20 then.
18 plus years.
Yeah. Almost 20.
18 plus years, 16 as long distance. So I don't want to hear you fuckers say that I miss my other half when they are like an hour away drive.
Yeah.
So fuck you.
Yeah.
So I do have some boy friends in California. One of them is right here talking to me. Boy friend. Yeah. He is a boy. He's a friend. Boyfriend.
Yeah, that's definitely how it works.
And then there's Beautiful. Yep. He's a boy and he's a husband. Boy husband.
Oh man.
Oh, I'm such a slut. Do not scratch that off. He's not gonna scratch that off. He's gonna emphasize that S word.
Right. Okay. So allow me to clarify something in this whole shebang right here. So it's not just fighting games. It looks like they're like dealing with like other games, and I guess in this particular article it included PUBG Mobile of all games. So I'm sure. Okay, so maybe they like fighting games thing is probably more out of the window, and it's just like, oh, it's just esports, right? So they probably just put their money, excuse me, money into that the FGC part, just because it's also part of the esports umbrella, and they're like, all right, let's put our money in there too, because why not?
Yep.
So, yeah, unfortunately, yeah, it is what it is, man. It's a large part of it though has to be about the money for sure, though, and just really throwing any morals, excuse me, out of the window. And of course, that includes, right, the whole thing about the human rights and the trans community, the LGBTQ plus community, and even women. Let's not forget the women, right? Women are also unfortunately part of this whole abrasion as well when it comes to Saudi Arabia. So yeah, it definitely it stinks, right? It's got that stench lingering now. And yeah, it's very wild that EVO has gotten to this point. And that's why, there's some key FGC figures that are just like out of the picture at this point, or just like, it's not what it was, man. It's the FGC I know is gone, kind of thing. And a large reason why people like Gutex are just like a memory now, right? Just a memory. I hate to put it like that, but right? So again, we just have to wait and see. I hate to put it like that, but we there is a lot to say, but there's also just we don't know. So we only just say so much about it, and we just have to hope that nothing much really changes, right? At least immediately, anyway. But there is going to be something that's going to be different, and you know what? If it's just like the matter of like the sponsorship ads and stuff like that, if the commercials are a little more annoying, right? But even with all that, right? Even with all the stuff that we can deal with, right? There's just, again, the lingering cloud that will always be there. And that sucks. And there will be people that don't want to go. And that's completely fine, right? I get it. I totally get it. And that's really it is too bad, right?
Yep.
It is unfortunate. It is a shame. So, hopefully I'm not forgetting anything else on this big old discussion. Let me just see if that is anything else to add. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this, you know what, the memes, of course, were blasting, and they kind of hit it home, right, in a way. If you recognize this GIF, this is from Yakuza 0. It is like one of the last cutscenes. I forget his name, but I know like the context. I know the meaning of this what the true context of this scene is. And it says, right, the meme caption says, when they catch you with pronouns in bio at EVO 2027, right?
Yep.
With the hand on the shoulder, and the guy's like, you guys work fast. Yeah. So that is essentially that. Was there anything else you wanted to throw in before we open up other things?
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, that is pretty much it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So somebody here, one of us, had a good sesh of the Marvel Tokon Fighting Spirit beta. So how's it feeling? How what's the game like? Like what's
All right.
Yeah.
So because as you see in the background, that has been playing
Yes.
for a while. Loops. It's a beta, so there were hiccups, but it wasn't really noticeable like the first night. So yesterday, which was its official time. Right now, it is day 2. It's gonna go up until 2 a.m. your time, Hawk. So
okay.
So right now it's 6:40 p.m. my time. So whatever time. I don't want to do fucking math right now. I'm sorry. Having able to actually do shit than what we were able to do at the boot. Really open and stuff, but
yeah, of course.
My biggest gripe for the beta, and I think it's here to stay, is the auto combos. I don't mind auto combos. I just don't like mostly all the combos doing so much fucking damage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
so. That's why, in my earlier matches before the ones that I thought I was recording, but it got corrupted.
Yeah, that sucks.
I was trying to do legit combos. But then sometimes I think it's like if you double press like any of the buttons, it already gonna finish up the auto combo, if that makes sense. So if you actually press like square light, and try to throw in the medium, it's actually gonna semi take over. Like the auto combo semi gonna go like, oh, you're doing an auto combo, right? It's like, no, No, I'm not.
Yeah, I think the auto combo is like kind of like how it worked in fighters. It's just gonna be integral into how
Yeah.
it controls. So I don't think I as much as I hate to say it, I don't think the auto combos will go away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like right there,
Go ahead.
behind my screen, and I cannot reverse it. I'm Iron Man. If you saw that light auto combo where everyone just jumped Doom, that's your light auto combo.
Okay.
Right here, Chaotic is actually doing combos.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then that was the medium auto combo.
Yeah. That's what I was doing at the fucking EVO. Pretty much. Yeah, so
I mean, it feels good.
yeah.
It feels good.
Nice.
It's just the auto combos. You guys kind of have to not double hit your button inputs. You kind of have to delay them a bit, or just
kind of just don't mash it a whole lot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So right there, the Doom like corner combo is really good.
Right.
But it all depends on your assist of who you put on the neutral bar, I believe. Because you kind of want a rush down character to keep the momentum happen while you are in the air and Doom is kicking the opponent down.
Yeah.
Max had said it earlier in his stream today that it feels good, but he does make a point that everyone except for Doom has almost the exact same combo route.
Yeah.
Like it may look different, but it's almost the exact same combo route.
Yeah.
Star-Lord is kind of like yes and no, because it all depends on your ammo, the ammo you equip. And what most players of Star-Lord are using is the ice ammo, where they're CC'd for a bit, or they're turned to ice.
Yeah.
And that when Star-Lord does his level 1 or the 50% tension, I'm sorry, I'm like adding a lot of other Arxis
terms.
System terms.
Yeah.
His 50% tension. If you have the ice bullet equipped, the final hit of your gigantic beam freezes them, and it's like a long time they're frozen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm noticing Chaotic, I think it is, right? Does the White Doom doing like that kick into the assist. I see that a lot to like restand the opponent to continue the combo.
Yep.
Yeah. I did see some Miss Marvel. I don't know who did that. I think it was like Slasher or something. I forget his name, but yeah, was doing some interesting things with Miss Marvel. But other than that, yeah, I do notice there a lot of like that same-ish air combo route that you're talking about.
Yep.
So yeah, I can kind of believe that just from looking at things on Twitter. So, anything else you wanted to, or do you think is worth pointing out, like the lobby system, or like
I didn't go into a high populated lobby system because again, I'm very self-conscious on the connection because I live in fucking Hawaii. I'm in the middle of a rock, so I kind of want to make sure my opponent, has at least a stable. We have at least a stable connection. So So on day 1 yesterday, I was fighting like kayaks and M2G and stuff. And every time we finished a round, I would be like, "How was the connection? Was there any like turbulence?" And they were like, "Oh no, it felt fine." And I was like, "Oh, thank God."
Yeah.
Because again, this was back in the PS4 days. Even though you may think that Hawk and our connection should be okay, nope. Some of those matches that we did, even on Smash and MK2, they were rough as fuck.
Oh yeah. I remember those days.
Because I remember I was using Reptile, and what was it? I did my fucking ball, my acid ball,
Yes.
and it hit you like you saw it, but then somehow it hit you from behind, and you're like, "What the
Yeah.
fuck?" I was like, "I don't know." I was like,
Yeah,
"I
and
don't
then
know, sir."
trying to do trying to do what's that? What was this ability called? It's the thing that you can like slow down time or
Oh yeah,
something.
the
I,
slow down.
yeah, that move, right? Or that thing or whatever. Basically what Flash
Yeah,
has and Injustice too. Um
yep.
we were trying to do those
Like,
combos and man, like we just no man, it was not happening. It was not
I
happening with that
mean,
connection.
we got like
The bread and
the
like the
startup, but sometimes
yeah,
we had to just end it like quickly. Like
quickly, yeah.
we cannot extend this combo. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
What a time that was, yeah. Anything else
but
for Toko?
the
Yeah,
Tokon animations are smooth because
of
well, it's an
course. Arc
arc
Sys.
system game, but
Yeah, like having it to play on your TV, like it looked good, yes.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Where did you play it? Like PlayStation or
PS5, yes.
PS5? Okay, okay. Okay.
The base PS5, everybody.
Yeah, the
I do not
base.
have the Pro.
Yeah, same.
I haven't. At this point, it's a fucking grandparent at this point. Like it's old.
Yeah, pretty old.
I see what's it called? The Manchufu or the the long Chinese beard. Okay.
Oh man, Fu Manchu, the Fu Manchu.
Yeah, the Fu Manchu fucking like on my PS5 is like oh.
Oh, the ancient master status. Yeah.
But overall, it feels good.
Yeah, that's good.
The assists, the assist thing is still confusing as fuck, even though there are symbols to show like, okay, if you put this character in this slot, they do this, and it's like, okay, but it's pretty much like, who goes where, what can they do, and then if you tag in someone after a combo, your icons, like switch and stuff. So it's like, okay, here we go. Whatever Doom's neutral assist is now is like good luck to me.
Yeah, it switches around. Okay, that's a little hard to keep up
And
with.
a lot of pros, and I agree with them. Is like the assist is kind of like current Mortal Kombat assists, which is sometimes confusing and sometimes it does not work when you want the right one because it's tied to like directional input.
Yeah.
Also, like at most, like this game looks like, oh my god, I need to learn like four characters. It's like, no, not really.
Right.
Like you can learn at least 2 characters at most that you can familiarize and just switch between them.
Yeah.
Everyone else on the other 2 on your team is just there to just be assists. So you could treat it. I know it's not like a Marvel vs. Capcom game, but it's kind of like in that same boat. Like you can treat it like old Marvel vs. Capcom game.
Yeah.
Where you have your 2 fighters and then you have your assists.
Yeah, 1 assist. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. On this one, with Tokon, it's one health bar, which to me is good because I do not want to deal with 4 different health bars.
Yeah, yeah. A little less chaotic in that sense, for sure.
But overall impression, I know it's a closed beta at first. I just wish this thing had an offline mode, like a training.
Yeah,
training room.
I heard there's no training room or mode. Yeah.
Yeah, which is good because what this closed beta is, and don't worry, everyone, I'm allowed to talk about it and stream it and stuff.
Yeah.
Because long story short, there was a big like NDA thing for people who got in, and then Tokon had to step in, or Arc System had to step in and go like, "Oh no! You guys can still stream it and talk about it, but just please, follow the rules and stuff, and do not sell this." Blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, so that's why, like, right now for Hawk right here, because I saw him. He put his name into the pot. He put his name into the goblet of fire. Apparently, he didn't spit out his name.
No.
But we don't know about the next round.
Yeah. I get no.
Now I'm gonna type to Hawk that I wish I could do this, but I believe it's gonna break NDA. So I'm gonna type it to him.
Yeah.
He's either gonna nod or shake his head.
All right. All right, let's see. Okay. There it is.
Yeah, don't show it. Just read it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, some people were asking, can you GS?
Yeah.
Because PlayStation can do that. You can GS, but I believe, again, that's breaking NDA.
Yeah. Right. I mean, it's fine. I have plenty else to do, so it's not a huge deal to me.
Yeah.
And especially if the beta doesn't have any sort of like training room, then yeah.
I mean, you could technically make a training session with someone
with a friend
that has it, and just go to like one of the less populated and go to that one cabinet and be like, okay, what combos do you want to try out?
Right, but the fact that it's not really like built into the beta is like,
yeah, which again, it's like, I understand why they did it, because they want it's pretty much a stress test.
Yeah, they want people to stress test the servers and not just waste their time on the training room when there's no stress testing happening. So they want to just hyper focus on that part, and then possibly just let them have free reign once they get the data and stuff like that. Yeah.
The thing I do like about Tokon is like the stage transition. You don't get like that extra damage, like in Strife does when you break the wall and you get flown to the next stage.
Yeah.
Or next part of the stage. Yeah. So it's like pretty much like, okay, stage break done.
Right.
So where's my extra damage? There's none.
Yeah.
But the thing I also agree with Max is that walls should not break after you get all 4 of your assists unlocked, quote unquote. And that's a mechanic in the game I like, is like, you only start off with 1 assist, and you either get the next one from a wall break or from a wall break, or you lose the round and then you get it.
Yeah.
So there are faster ways to get your full assist, but from what I see from some players, they only go all the way up to like their second assist, and then that's it. And they try to stay within one map that does not have a wall break.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when you have your opponent just gunning for you and pushing you to the next stage, it's like, oh, okay, fine.
Oh, I think I saw either Ketchup or Mustard doing like mix-ups with Iron Man with the missiles. It was like, it was annoying. I'm sure annoying on the receiver's part, but yeah, I was like, oh wow, you can actually do that with Iron Man.
And then the other thing that I also agree on Max is the autocorrect.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Like, okay, so what about?
There's a big ass, like, when you're doing a combo, and you like how some other fighting games, like, you don't immediately swap to
Oh.
Like, let's say Iron Man here, which is me.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Did a combo.
Yeah.
did a combo, but somehow Star-Lord ended behind me within the combo. So Tony would immediately, like, once Star-Lord is right behind him, would just switch and go like, there you are, and then continue the combo. It's like, no, stop.
Right.
It's like the guy popped out of that combo, so he's behind you. Don't fucking autocorrect.
Right.
Because it should be a punish, correct? Like, if... Oh, not a punish, but, like, an opportunity for the other... for the opponent to go like,
yeah,
I'm behind you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Maybe they were trying to actually like prevent any like weird pop-up thing, so they just like, all right, let's have the autocorrect being like super strong to alleviate the weird possible pop-ups of these mid combos or whatever. Maybe. But maybe it's like a little too strong.
Yeah.
And then just realize it.
Yeah. But again, like the auto combos is like, you can keep it, just actually like half the damage, like an auto combo should not take away
well, that's the
1/4
thing,
of your
right?
life.
Like like I said, like I think that's the integral part of this game, so I don't think the auto combo would be reduced in damage because that is the norm for this game. Kind of like with fighters, Dragon Ball FighterZ. There's no.
One thing I Oh no, go.
I was just gonna say like there's there really, I don't think there really is like a way to like, I don't know. It's just
some people,
yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, some people are already just asking, can you just toggle it at the full release of the game?
Right.
It's like they could.
Right. I guess they could, but again, if I mean,
from a like a programmer standpoint, you could toggle it off. It's just changing a code and adding a code. But you gotta find what code goes, is the overall master code.
Well, but as I said, because it's going to be likely, or I'm assuming anyway, likely the normal just part of the gameplay, having to go back to, you're gonna have to go back to the board a little bit to now include a 1, 2, 3 of sorts, like light, medium, heavy kind of route, because I think certain moves are tied to the auto combo, right? So that's why this certain kick from Iron Man is gonna have to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I'm trying to say here. It's like
Yeah, I get it, but again, like going from like someone who never really played with auto combos, it's really disheartening that it's so easy to pull off.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I guess maybe it's because you haven't played enough of that side of Arc Sys where they did offer auto combos, because we did play, because me and the guys used to play a lot of Blaze with cross tag, and that's auto combos the game, right? And then that carried over to Dragon Ball FighterZ. That's also auto combos the game. So it's like that's kind of like built into that part of Arc Sys as well.
Yeah.
It's not, this is not going to be the Strive or the or your typical Guilty Gear, let's just say, or your typical vanilla, not vanilla, I don't want to say vanilla, but Central Fiction, Blaze Blue kind of game. This is going to be more for the norm. This is going to be more for the more casual fans, especially with Marvel, right?
Yeah,
which I get it.
That's all what this game is. It's trying to bring in. It's bringing in players, but to me, again, like and again, we disagree to agree or whatever you want to call it. I don't mind the auto combos. Again, it's just the damage is just too damn high.
Yeah, maybe they could do is increase the scaling then, maybe for
increase the scaling or
yeah.
someone input it because the light auto combo tags in everybody in your party,
Oh, right.
and then you see the three green bars on the light bar. That's your assist gauge.
Oh, okay.
So some people are saying that maybe to make that light combo, the light auto combo, less rewarding and more of like a cautionary tool to use. Every time you use the light combo, auto combo, it takes away a pip.
Right.
It takes away a pip. If you keep spamming it, okay, well, you don't have any more assists because you kept spamming the light combo.
Yeah. Yep, that was the medium combo I did at one point at EVO, and you're like, how do you do that? y'all were like trying to do like the traditional motions to do the supers, but I was just like one button.
So the supers in this game is kind of dumb.
Yeah.
It's well, if you're using your PS5 controller, it's triangle, circle, and R2.
Oh, wow.
At the same time.
That's
and if you want to use your level 3, which is your 100% tension bar, forward, just hold forward and the same buttons.
Oh.
Triangle, circle, R2.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Interesting buttoning that for the big supers. That's wow. Okay, I never would have thought of that when we were trying that booth. Yeah. So is that it? So is that pretty much the gist of Marvel Tokon?
It's the gist.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like how many in the roster and stuff, I say 20.
Yeah. Who you feel is your main, or do you feel like you need more characters to kind of like figure it out?
At the moment for Tokon, I like using Doom because of his Aegis Reflector. I don't know if this clip hasn't shown it a lot, but his regular grab, he has a swag walk before he grabs you.
Oh.
It's not immediate like every other character. He has to have that swag walk.
Oh, okay. I see. But Doom is your Doom is your favorite at the moment.
Yeah, because his combo routes is pretty much not the same with everybody else. Doom, you kind of have to use a little bit more brain power ish, not that much, but just a little to just get a good damage, which right here Chaotic is showing. Yeah. And his dash is weird. It's not weird. Like it's not like a running dash. It's like a dash, like a teleport dash.
Yeah. Yeah, you got those hop combos. That's kind of like fighters. God damn, his buttons are really good. I'm just staring at, I'm just staring at your gameplay right now, like just to see like Doom's buttons. And they're not to fuck with for sure. All right, I think we're pretty good on that then. So yep. There is one last little thing. It's like a little bonus. I just wanted to like kind of bring up. I kind of like randomly put this in here. This is supposed to be the entrance footage of Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira during the Pride FC days or Pride K1. Basically, it was basically the precursor before UFC, and this always took place in Japan. Very different vibes and everything. You know, kind of like how people would compare Combo Breaker to Evo, right? Very different. Or CEO to Evo, very different. Especially with CEO loving to do those like entrances, right? Especially when it's top 8. You know, they want to have like the players take part of like the wrestling style ring and the entrances as well. This definitely like played the entrance thing very much so. And then so let me play and give you a reminder of a certain ring announcer saying this man's name.
27年前同じ年に生を受けしこの2人はこうなる定めだったのか。巡る因果の糸車が三度2人を引き寄せる。最強のベルトは一つでいい。プライドヘビー級暫定王者アントニオ・トドリゴン・ノゲーラの入場です。
I can't hear you from the back.
Yep, that is Lene Hart in her prime. Yep. Those were the days, man. Those were the days of Pride. And that's why they call her the Pride Lady. Because, yeah. Man. She is something else. She still has a good amount of that. It's just, yeah, I mean, it definitely is a little different, yes, with age, but, you know. Yeah, I take it for what it is, man. It's what a time that was, yeah. As someone who watched a little bit of Pride, but the entrances, man. Wow. Wow. And of course, it's a large part of that is all thanks to Lene Hart, man. Who's now doing Tekken stuff, which is kind of cool. But it does make me wish that she would take more part of like more FGC stuff, right? Which they kind of tried to do at one event somewhere, and I don't know if it was in Japan or not. But the sound mixing was a little wrong, so yeah, it just kind of made it look like, okay, you know, she was kind of just there and just being loud. Whereas this felt like, you know, she was integral to the vibes here. So maybe like maybe that event, particular fighting game event, had to like bring more energy so that it would match the energy of her, because otherwise she's like overpowering the event. you know what I'm saying? So like I think maybe what they should have done also is like, maybe in case like that particular venue doesn't have much of a that hallway effect or the reverb, they should add a reverb effect to her voice, so that way it kind of makes it feel like, okay, you know, you're in an arena, there's this energy going on, and then you feel like you're in that sort of vibe. So, you know, if you're gonna hire someone like Lene Hart, you gotta have a high energy event like EVO, for example, right? You know, holy shit, can you imagine Lene Hart announcing the names at EVO? I think that would be lit. And it would be more appropriate if it was for Tekken, right? Because, you know, because she did the thing. She did the thing during the trailers, right? You know? And you know what? What if, like, you know, and this is kind of going back on the EVO thing, and I kind of like alluded to that. What if that's what can bring this sort of possibility, right? Like more room for creativity, more room for like production stuff, more like crazy effects, and like the finals being like this hype thing, because they kind of already do that with like the EWC stuff, with like how they do the presentation. Like there's a lot of gold going on, like there's people's names in like these metal plates, and then you have to like put it on the line, right? And then when you lose, the winner gets to crush your nameplate. It's like, oh, what the fuck? Like you see how I'm getting that? Like the energy or the vibes. Like they do gives themselves character, you know what I mean? So at least they're doing something with that. It's not just like this boring ass like corporate washed type of like just by the numbers event. They're doing something with it, right? You know, but yes, it is still tied to, well, that whole Saudi Arabia skeleton in the closet kind of thing, right? But you know, at least there's something to take away from or something to talk about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But I get it. Like, you know, there's that stain on the wall. I get it, right? But sometimes, like, you know, despite the stain or the cloud or the darkness or the shadows, whatever, right? I don't think shouldn't be anything wrong trying to make a silver lining out of things, right? Trying to make a positive out of something. As long as, of course, not like involving at somebody else's expense, of course, you know? So, yeah. You know, you see what I'm getting at? So, like, you know, if you're gonna, like, yeah, so if EVO is gonna really take that route, at least do it right, is what I'm trying to say here. You know, if you are going to take up that mantle, then wear that damn mantle good, you know, is what I'm trying to say here. So, go all out. That's all I can say. I mean, you got the money, right? Right? Then let's see it. Let's see that money being used then, right? At that point. So anyways, yes, this is Lene Hart. Do you have any comments on this particular little clip here?
Nah.
No.
just her doing her thing.
She's doing her thing. That was her thing, man. That's why they called her the Pride Lady, because this is all where it came from. For sure, for sure. It's just yeah. One more time, just encore, you know, just because. Hold on. Yeah. Gotta love it, man. Gotta love it. Yep. I think maybe another analogy, which kind of goes off with the mantle thing, is like, if you're going to kill the lion or tiger for the fur, then wear that fur with confidence and commanding presence, right? Don't just be like, all right, that's it. I'm not, you know, I'm not doing anything with this tiger or whatever. Then it's like, then you just kind of almost killed it for nothing, right? Just, okay, you know, you know, yeah, obviously, yeah, killing a lion or the lion or the tiger and the lion is not the most moral thing to do, but hey, if you look good in it, then you look good in it, right? Is, I guess, perhaps another analogy I can kind of go with. All right. Anyways, let's move on from the fighting game stuff. Now we can go into the frontline side of things, which I honestly should have just put this in the fighting games also, because yes, like what was I thinking? This is fucking about Mortal Kombat, the movie, right? Mortal Kombat 2 or whatever. But I guess maybe it's just an excuse to blast this. Yep. So this is involving, yes, with the Mortal Kombat sequel movie being delayed. So yeah, it was kind of like underhanded. It was like, oh, by the way, it's coming out this date. Like this is the one post to say, oh, it's coming out this date, which is May 15 now, 2016, instead of the October date of this year. That was it. There was no like, oh, hey, by the way, like just to give you a heads up, it's gonna come out this date now. We had to delay it because of this and this reasons. None of that. It was just like, oh, by the way, here's what's happening.
It's kind of like pretty much be like, hey guy, I know you've been waiting, but
Yeah, right.
like,
Yeah, just look at the other recent tweets, right? Or reposts rather. But oh, look. Exclusive new look at Mortal Kombat 2. October 24. You know? August 18, right? But it was a retweet, sure, but yeah. Nothing else. Nothing else. Oh, August 29th. There is the date. Oh, what? Yeah. The tournament demands for new time, new place. Spectacle. Oh, by the way, it's coming out May 15 now. Like, what?
I know.
What?
It's like, be there at this time only.
At this time instead. Like, what? What the hell? Oh. Yeah, that's such
Imagine EVO pull that.
That's like, okay.
Like,
okay.
I would I'll be pissed, but I'll be like, you know, that's a good laugh.
That's a good.
I'm gonna kill you now.
That is that, no, that is,
I'm gonna kill you now.
It is funny in a very like cynical, like facetious sort of sense. But I also kind of forgot to mention this too, and I don't know how I did, but my other worrisome kind of concern for EVO is that it just gets more expensive. Like straight up gets more expensive just because they up the production value. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With Lynn Hart, including her, and like all the fucking gold and fucking skull sprinkles and shit. Put the skull sprinkle on our water. Like, oh, by the way, you were gonna pay $20 for each bottle. But it's like, oh, what? Oh, you know those badges? They're plated with gold. By the way, you have to pay the extra $100. You know? That's the only badge we got. We don't have plastic anymore, man. We're not using plastic. We're just using gold plated something. But it's $100 extra. Yeah. But anyway, no, like that was like my other concern was just like it's just they just turn up the costs for no fucking good reason other than just wanting more money and shit. And yeah. That was my other concern. But back to here. So it wasn't here that they've explained why, but another article that I believe I found. And yes, to be fair, is now other multiple other platforms are kind of like bouncing off of each other. But it says or mentions, it implies that oh yeah, so it says the delay goes against the trailer and promotional images that Warner Brothers and New Line Cinema already put out, but the studio may be banking on it as a way to maximize the sequel's potential success. According to Deadline, the movie could avoid a crowded box office in October and instead perform better in the spring debut. The report added that a record-breaking Red Band trailer that saw 106 million views in the first 24 hours and a strong performance in research screenings could have influenced the decision to reschedule. What do you make of that?
I kind of want to be like that asshole saying like, sounds like that Toy Story conundrum that happened at Disney a long time ago. If someone accidentally deleted a fucking like hours worth of editing,
Oh,
or they
yeah.
deleted the entire file,
Yeah.
like, who was it?
Yeah.
Who forgot to backup save? Who forgot to save their backup of their backup save?
Yep. Yeah, but luckily someone did have a backup of a backup or something like that, and so they were able
Yep.
to save at least most of the movie, if not all of the movie. So thank God
Yep.
for that. So maybe, maybe, right? Again, it's kind of like the EVO situation. We can have the most educated guess that could still be wrong though. But yeah, maybe it is somebody at the editing room being a moron, or just an unfortunate accident. They were like, all right, let me just delete this one little thing, but somehow they mixed that up with like this entire folder and like deleted everything. Or that person got a new computer and it just like you had to make room or something. Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe. Yeah. We don't know, but if we're gonna go off of this, it's basically kind of like saying, oh, it did so well, they're going to release it in more towards the summer/spring instead of the Halloween sort of month.
Mhm.
In October, right? It says crowded box office in October. What's coming out in October for movies? Do you know? Do you know? Is there a movie that comes to mind in October?
No, I believe it's November's the Predator movie that I'm interested in.
Right. So what I'm trying to get at is like, is there really then anything to worry about when it comes to Mortal Kombat's release then? Oh wait, oops. Movies.
He was gonna type something else, everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, maybe this is not a good spot. I guess we'll go with the overview, the AI overview. Okay, so wait,
Yeah,
Zootopia is
AI.
coming out October? Wait, really?
Mhm.
Oh, I
The
completely
furries.
I
The
completely
furries will rise.
Wait. Wait. No, wait, why does it say okay? I'm confused. Okay, then maybe the AI is just stupid. Okay, I'm not gonna. Okay, fuck the AI shit. Fuck AI.
I know
Fuck AI.
that's why I was like, when you was like, oh, I'm gonna use AI. I'm like, well,
All right.
we lost them. We lost them, everyone.
Yeah, for a moment, you lost me there. But yeah, or I was lost. Okay, so apparently there's some sort of it thing. I don't know if it's like an actual movie or like a series or something. Play Dirty. It's got Mark Wahlberg in it, but it's a Prime exclusive. Is that a new Casper movie, or oh no, it's just the 30th anniversary screening. Okay, never mind.
You hear that, everyone? 30th anniversary of Casper.
I know, dude.
Now you look at this old fuck, not me, that one, my cohort, and you go, damn, you's old.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a youngling.
Yeah. 1 year young. Yeah. Or I should say 9 months young or whatever. But yeah. Okay, so that's just the 3D version, I guess, of Avatar or whatever. Yeah, it just looks like there's really not all that much coming out of October. So I don't know what the fuck they're thinking then. If they really think, oh, fucking October is crowded. Dolly, you know? Yeah, because it looks like September is more crowded than, or yeah, September is more crowded than October, if anything. Oh, Smashing Machine. Okay, that's I think. No, wait, no. Okay, never mind. I'm getting that mixed with the Rock movie that I guess apparently he made himself or something. Is kind of weird, but all right. The only person who can make the Rock movie is the Rock himself, I guess, right?
Mhm.
House of the Dynamite. Okay. If I had legs, I'd kick you. That's apparently a movie. Kiss of the Spider Woman. That sounds like an October movie, all right. Roofman or Roofman. Oh, Tron. Yeah, Tron is a okay. Black Phone 2. Blue Moon. Frankenstein. Okay. Good Fortune. Oh, wow. It's got Keanu Reeves and Seth Rogen and Aziz Ansari. I think that's the comedian, right? Um, the Mastermind. I mean, to call it crowded is a bit of a stretch, if I'm gonna be honest. I think maybe there is another reason. I think it might be just overall like they just think, oh, um, this is a spring movie slash early summer movie, I guess. And to be fair, the first Mortal Kombat movie did come out in like what, like late April-ish. I guess to be fair. Excuse me. So anything else you wanted to say for the
Mhm.
yeah, all right.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I guess this is also pertaining to fighting games too, but this so did you see like the full list of who's been casted onto the Street Fighter movie? There was one out there on the Twitter. I forgot to like save it or whatever, but Street Fighter movie cast. Hopefully the new one. Oh, Street Fighter. I don't know why it did not show up.
Rod Fighter.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Okay, so there's supposed to be a post about who's in it. And can I blow this up? All right, so can you see this?
Yes.
So these are the pictures of like I guess like the main cast for this Street Fighter movie. But unfortunately it does not have like the names and like who's playing who kind of thing going on. So let me try to like take you to like a better visual. Let me see. This could be good. I don't know. Let's try it. No, never mind. Sorry about that. Fuck. Let's see. Wow, yeah. Of all the websites, right? This is some classic Fighters Generation, right? That's a classic site
Mhm.
of all places. Okay. So we already knew that 50 Cent was going to be Balrog, but yeah, I guess it is more official than ever. We got Jason Momoa as Blanca, right? Roman Reigns, he's officially Akuma.
A bear.
Yeah, Akuma, yeah. Orville Peck, we talked about this. He's playing Vega. David Dasmalkian is M Bison. He basically aka Polka Dot Man. Eric Andre as Don Savage. I'm not sure like if he's like an obscure background character from like one of the Street Fighter games, maybe like 2 or something. I'm not sure, but this is like basically like a parody of that one guy from I want to say it's WCW or something. I think he was a wrestler's manager. I want to say it was Randy Savage. Macho Man Randy Savage. But yeah, his look is very iconic if you like look into it. But anyways, we have Eric Andre in a Street Fighter movie. That's what I'm trying to say here. And then Cody Rhodes, if you haven't believed it already, Cody Rhodes is playing Guile. Alexander Volkanovsky as just Joe. I don't know where Joe is from. Maybe he might be the guy on what was it? It might be like an obscure Street Fighter reference or something. Yeah. And then Kalina Young is Chun-Li. We've already talked about that. Andrew Schultz is playing Dan Hibiki. Andrew Koji is Ryu. We already knew about that. Mel Jarnson is Cammy. Oliver Richards is Zangief. This was an early one. There's a Noah Centineo playing Ken. And then we have Reina Valondingham as Julie, one of the what do you call it? The dolls, right?
Yep.
And then Vidyut Jimal is Dalzim. And then Hiroki Goto is E Honda. So very, very mixed sort of casting in terms of like star power and just like I guess you could say like the context, if that makes sense. Because like you have two freaking superstar wrestlers.
Yep.
You have a comedian, right? Like very much like, you know, just someone who you wouldn't expect. A country singer, I think. And then like a rapper who used to be popular in the old days, right? Like in the 2000s, right? And you have Jason Momoa, right? Is, you know, one of those like prolific celebrities as of right now. I think he's a fighter, I want to say, like an actual fighter more than an actor. Which is like, you know, a pretty kind of a common situation actually. But yeah, so it's very all over the place. What do you make of this casting at this point? Is there anyone
Either there's gonna be good makeup artists on this, or we're gonna see a Street Fighter 90s Part 2.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of like my honest guess on that one. Yeah. My expectations, one should say. Yeah, we definitely have to see the trailer in order to get a good idea. There is a bit of an injustice in a way, or like a missed opportunity, which is to have Sagat. Because Sagat is a very early villain, whereas M. Bison came in a little later. If you want to be like more authentic, but you're already including M. Bison, so it's like, what the fuck? Where's Sagat? You know? You have Akuma, Vega, Balrog, all this shit. You have all these like other characters. You have Dan, right? But not Sagat. You know? That's yeah. That is a choice, all right. Yeah. Yeah, it's a very oddball casting, and I don't know. I can't really make word of it, I should say, other than just being weird to me. It's not like this like oh, it's amazing kind of comments like what? You know, overall. I think one of the good casts, quote unquote, could be just yeah, Kalina Liang, right? Pretty good pick, right? Hiroki Goto. I'm not familiar with this gentleman, but okay, right. Um, he does like David has potential to be an interesting in Bison, right? But Roman Reigns as Akuma, I don't know. I don't know about that. I think I said it
Mm.
before too. I think he should have been Sagat to, if he's willing to shave off the beard, the head, like go the extra mile, And maybe at one point they did try to bring him in for excuse me, Sagat, but they're like, nah. He's like, nah. So they're like, ah, fuck. Okay, let's just have him as a Akuma, right? Because otherwise we're gonna have a situation with like Henry Cavill, that whole like weird like CG no mustache
Yep.
situation in Justice League. That's why his like teeth were like really odd. He had like that look because of the way they tried to like erase his mustache. It was so weird because like
Yep.
it was. I think it was supposed to be like someone else's mouth over his. That's why like the mouth was just like really odd. But anyway, it's a very oddball cast. I'm gonna be a little honest, and I have a little lower expectations than Mortal Kombat 2. Because at least with Mortal Kombat 2, the casting feels more tasteful, right? And even with Carl Urban playing Johnny Cage, it looks like so far a pretty respectable cast. Because he's like playing more of like an older Johnny Cage, just like,
Mhm.
washed up and like, he's like been through this shit a lot of times and like, yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah. And, but yeah, we definitely need to see a trailer for this in order to make like that really big impression, like, or have those solid expectations to really see, right? But other than that, just from based off of like hearing the names and stuff like that and what's tied to, then yeah, it's like it's very much an oddball. Okay, so I just thought I'd throw this in here because we had like, a relatively dry spell. So I'm just gonna just go ahead and
Mhm.
quickly talk about this. We did talk about a similar story back then, featuring Brad Pitt being, the disguise, basically. So this involves with another scam. But this time an 80-year-old woman in Japan got scammed out of over $6,000 worth by a man pretending to be an astronaut who was under attack in space. He claimed he was out of oxygen and needed money to buy more. Oh man. Oh, poor old lady. Romance scammer poses as astronaut under attack, cons woman into buying oxygen. That's such a wild uh, headline to read. And yeah, I guess according to Hokkaido Broadcasting, police in Sapporo say the 80-year-old woman first connected with the man in July through social media. He introduced himself as an astronaut, and after weeks of chatting, he told her he was under attack in space and ready to have oxygen. Good God! Oh, it was roughly $6,700, so almost 7,000, almost
Mhm.
$7,000 this guy got from her. That's crazy, man. The woman who lives alone only reported the situation to her family and later the police after after realizing she had been scammed. Oh man.
Mhm.
I guess this is a quote. It says, "Oh, this is from the scammer. I came to space on a spaceship, but I was attacked and I'm running out of oxygen." Oh god. Oh, so wild, man. What do you make of that, Zawa?
Gullibles.
Yeah.
Don't do your research.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, right? I mean, as the older you get, like you know, something in your brain changes, right? Because yes, with age, your brain can only uh, deteriorate is I guess one word to put it, rather than you know grow and develop.
Hmm.
Because yeah, you're at that point, in life, and unfortunately, younger people take advantage of that. And that's why a lot of these scammers or scams on the phone or whatever, right? Social media, a lot of them involve with older people, right?
Yep.
Very unfortunate. So that's what these like scammers and other like these like companies, right, go after is the older people. So that's why, you know, it's up to us to let our moms and grandmothers know, or or of course grandfathers and dads and grandfathers know. It's like, hey, don't fall for this.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you don't fall for this. Yeah. They're treating the case as a romance scam and have warned residents to be cautious of similar social media encounters, man. Oh my gosh. It's just so wild to read. So that's it. I just thought I'd throw this in here because we also talked about another one of a similar sort of theme, except it was Brad Pitt instead of an astronaut. That was also a pretty wild story as well, if not wilder. All right, let's talk about some ZZZ in the games news. So let's go ahead and bop this. Bing. All right. As Zawa has the ZZZ background, classic one because it has Victoria housekeeping. Anywho, have you played the 2.2's main story?
Mm-hmm.
What did you think of it?
I did not. I mean, are you finished with it?
I'm finished with it, so that's why, yeah.
I did not know it was a Orphe Magus show,
Yeah.
and everyone else was just the side characters.
Yes. This, while that of itself is good, like, if we're gonna just look at it as like, oh, an Orphe Magus show, but
Mhm.
this is a very common like thing in gacha games, right? Because what do? You make new characters, and what do you have to do to sell those characters? You have to make these stories, right? So they have to.
Yeah.
You're kind of like forced. You kind of have to force your hand at telling these stories and involving these particular people into the next chapter. So you have to make it fit somehow, right? So
Which,
yeah.
yeah, I get that, but to
Right.
which, like, then why wasn't this whole Orphe thing just a regular, character story that you would be getting? Like how Seed was. Like
Yeah.
she had her own character story, like
Yeah.
those type of like stories. If you kind of get like, again, I don't mind it. It was just like the way the story flowed. I was like, this could have just been a actual side story of Orphe and Magus.
Yeah. Though, the big surprise, quote unquote, does involve with the overarching sort of story, which is to, you know, find the professor or the teacher or whatever.
Yes, I
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that does tie there, right? So you have this like
it
weird.
does. It does tie, but again,
Yeah.
like the whole from my perspective is like,
Yeah.
so Wise and crew didn't need to be there. You could have just let us play as Orphe and Magus throughout this entire chapter.
Well, why is
Wise Victoria housekeeping and stuff did not need to be there.
wait, what?
No,
Wait.
so because again,
No, because you said why Victoria housekeeping. Wait, what?
well, not Victoria housekeeping, but you know what I mean.
Oval squad, yeah.
Oval Squad.
Yeah.
Like Oval Squad in a whole did not need to be there. It should have just been. It was just Orphe and Maggie.
I will
That's it.
agree that Oval Squad, the rest of Oval Squad didn't really need to be there, other than like there was one part that okay, then it then justified their appearance, right? Because okay, so by the way, yeah, for listeners, we're gonna talk about story spoilers, so yeah, just a warning. But
yeah,
there is one part, and that is when they're talking to Magus, right? Because Magus was having her crash out, right? And then like Trigger was reminding her, like, hey, like we also come from kind of the same thing, basically. Like we went through very similar things, and then like you're trying to like take on everything yourself, but don't forget, like we're here too, so we're Obo Squad. You know, we operate like a squad. So yeah, like rely on us too, right? But Magus also was like, I guess, you know, also treated him like they didn't matter at one point or something like that. It was that one part that part was a little weird. Maybe I like missed something, like a detail or something. But basically, because they all come from very similar sort of like, you know, tragic backstories. Like, okay, like yeah, like, you know, Seed lost her family basically, and you know, and of course Seed Senior, we saw their part, right? You know how he took care of her and everything. But yeah, Seed also lost her biological family and parents and whatever, right? And then Trigger lost her squad, right, as well. And Soldier went through her like fucking shit, so you know, her own shit as well, because of the whole Ambi and the clones thing, right? So yeah, okay, you know, like now they have a sort of a reason to be there, but other than that, yeah, like they're kind of just there for the ride, you know. And then yeah, and it was like a lot was involved with, yes, Magus and Orphe. Oh, and then later on, Magus is supposed to be Orpheus, and then Orphe is the girl. And then I guess what, and then for whatever reason, her full name is Orphe Maguson. Whatever, right? But there, yeah, this part of the story was heavily involved with Isolde, right? And then and then Isolde, of course, was friends or comrades with Magus, aka Orpheus.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of that was involved with, yes, with Magus and Isolde and Orphe, therefore, of course. But even then, I think they still, like, if this was supposed to be the Orpheus and Maggie, or Orphe and Maggie show, or Magus, they should call her Maggie as a nickname, but anyway, Magus show, I wonder why they didn't really explain where Orphe really is from. Like, okay, you know, she was like in the tank, she's like, oh, she's like, oh, okay, so they just kind of just like said, oh, she's a clone, right? She's a clone of what Orpheus was. So it's like this they have this weird like siblings relationship because they're clones, right? They're not like it's not like Magus is the mom, but even though she like kind of acts like a mom
so,
here. Yeah.
So Magus is technically the original.
Yes.
Orphe is the clone.
Yeah, Orphe is a clone. You're right. Right. Yeah.
And Magus, in a sense, is the ghost in the shell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Her consciousness is in there.
Yes.
And so she does take up the mother role of going like, shit, this is me, but not me, but
yeah,
it's
a replica.
You know, I have a pretty much an obligation to make sure that this version of me does not get harmed.
Yeah.
But again, like I don't mind it. That was the Orphe Maggie show. It's just that again, why wasn't it just a regular, setup as how we had like the side character stories?
Yeah, it is weird to have that, and then you have the seed agent story, right? Whereas it should have been an agent story about Orphe Magus, and then you have a separate story, the 2.2 story being like, I don't know, something else then that still involves with the Soldi and in whatever else, right? I don't know. That then has to be quite retrofitted to like something else, and there is a lot of work to do that. But
like the way
go ahead.
Isolde was kind of put into the situation is that we found out what she stole.
Yeah.
To which, again, like, okay, so you did steal it.
Yeah.
Why was it Orphe and Maggie fighting her alone? Shouldn't someone, a certain master, also be fighting alongside, going like, hey, you fucking stole my sis's.
Oh yeah.
You stole my sis's fucking like heirloom. I want that shit back.
Right.
I guess like, oh no, I trust you. You're gonna save. You're gonna bring it back and stuff. But you kind of have to have that kind of like that other side of thinking, going like, can I really trust this person with a very important like heirloom for me? Right. You know what? I need to go. I need to be there. I need to fucking
right.
Unless somehow in the story she got really fucked up, then I'll understand. Okay, you're incapacitated. You can't join this fight.
Yeah.
But no, everyone's just standing there going like, you can do it. Go take your mile walk. We believe in you. Yeah. It's like,
oops. Let me see. ZZZ. Oh, a soul D, not yeah. Okay, anyway. Let me see. I want to make sure. Yeah, you're right. It is the sword. Yeah, the Qingming sword.
You stole it.
Yep. Yeah, that does get glossed over. That is a bit weird.
It gets glossed over, and then after the fight, it's like
they didn't really talk about getting it back.
It's like, did fucking our master take it back? Like, was it like, oh yeah, here you go. I believe this belongs to you. It's like, oh okay, forgotten relic,
right,
up in the air, or at the bottom of the sea.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, and unfortunately, it doesn't say like what's the current whereabout of the sword at the moment.
So
yeah, so that's unfortunate that's how it was written like that. I mean, but other than that, if you're willing to look over those parts, so those weird little quirks, then I think like for what it is, it was a pretty entertaining story. Like I like the pacing of it, especially coming from like having to play, like Genshin and Star Rail. Like it at least had a very decent pacing at the very least. But yes, I'm glad you like pointed those things out. Like, yeah, it is weird to just like, oh yeah, oh, sword? What? What's that? What? we're talking about Magus and Orphe. You know, like yeah.
And then I guess in the epilogue too, um, I'm sorry, I knew from the moment I saw him, the other
Oh,
senpai, I was like, you look like a motherfucker that's gonna betray us.
yeah, dude, I kept saying it. Remember me? Remember I was like, what is
Yeah.
this guy? Like who is like what is your stick? Like what like I don't trust you, you know, kind of vibes.
It's like you're that motherfucker that would say, like, if we go out to a restaurant, okay, just to let you know, sir, you're ordering. It's like, just let you know, sir. Um, this meal is a little bit hot, so just warning you. Okay, I'll still order it. Okay, he'll be that motherfucker sneaking in, all the hot portion of that meal onto your plate, and you're not paying attention. You just take a bite, and you're like, "What the fuck?" And it's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I don't know how that happened."
Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah, he kind of had like the I don't trust you fucking the Eisen vibes, right? Like, I don't know, man. The combination of the glasses, the eyes, that red tattoo on his forehead, like I don't know, man. There's just something, right?
He was looking at he was looking at us with his special eye.
Yeah. Yeah. So like yeah, so there is like I mean there is of course things to take away from, right? Which is that the I guess the power of the overseer can just like jump to person, I guess, depending on how the creator, quote unquote, like sort of chooses. And then now, like, of course, Sarah, the chick with the black coat, is now the new overseer, right? And then like that was a scene where yeah, like the guy, Shi Wan, was like, trying, they were having some conversation, and then Sarah was like, "Oh, now I have the power, and now I have the power to make wishes come true." And then the guy was like, "Oh, so you say?" And then that's how it ends, right?
It's like, who you say?
So you say.
What's up, arm?
Yeah, and then like yeah, what one of the quirks about him is that he's a sword, like a typical Chinese straight sword, like kind of like what's her face, Zhang Hua, from Soul Calibur, kind of. Yeah, also uses some sort of like Chinese sort of straight sword to like poke at people and stuff. Anyway, yeah, so that's going on, and then like and then you had the whole thing about like there are diamonds in the rough, right? Like the whole like you know oh, we were ordered to protect these assets, but then that's why most of our soldiers were killed because like we couldn't like they couldn't like what do you call it, retreat or whatever, we stood our ground, that kind of thing. But yeah, and then there's the whole thing about Lawrence and Lucro in on it, and okay, so let me see. So yeah, Lucro and Lawrence were in on it, so that's why Isolde had some sort of like she bribed him basically, and then I guess somehow that made him become Major General. So I guess it's for him to take more of like the pressure, right? And then she can like do her thing in the background as both an exaltus and, you know, a commander of sorts. And then, yeah, redeploying troops that were meant to protect citizens in order to recover valuable porcelain stock piles. In short, the train that her and her comrades had been willing to sacrifice themselves to protect had not been carrying civilians as they were told, but rather, yeah, valuable assets as porcelain. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, that's what it was. Yeah. Yeah, so, but Isolde knew that was like one of the big things, and that's why Magnus was like, what the fuck? Yeah. Yeah, and then there was the miasma, like, yeah, eating her body basically, but also like gave her power in a way, in a sense, but also, yeah, like it was also, that was what was also killing her too. All right, and then yeah. So anything else about the story you wanted to like point out?
For main story, no, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
For agent story, grown
okay.
men cried.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Grown man will cry.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I haven't done the agent story just yet. Yeah.
But we do have a story that this man is $20 richer.
Yeah. Yeah. That was, yeah.
He didn't need my gay money to help him.
My gay money. Well, I'm gonna use it for Orphe, so it works either way. I mean, it was gonna go somewhere. It's gonna go
even with my $20 is not even gonna happen.
Enough.
He's gonna go full pity.
Yeah, full pity. Fucking get Lycan. It's a. Yeah, I'll be like, yep, that's a message, all right. Yep.
If only Lycan could talk.
Yeah.
Greetings, Hawk.
Yeah.
My master Zawa says, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
Like, you just see like a little picture of me on the side going like, "Peace."
Yeah, Destiny said Zawa is the seed lucky charm this time, pretty much. Yeah, because yeah, so it was actually 84 pulls altogether, so that includes seed and her engine. So yeah, getting her took a long time, but the whatchamacall, yeah, the engine was just 110 pull. Yeah. So I got real lucky there. I got real lucky with the engine. I was like, oh shit. I got real lucky on that one. So I still have like a good amount of chrome, and then plus now I have your wonderful gift to add to what?
I want it back.
You want it back?
Give me back my gay 20.
20. I mean, it's gonna go to the same either way, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think she wants it. It's all crinkly.
Yeah, the $20 bill's all like, for whatever reason, like just dirty. Like, oh, what the fuck? You have it back.
There's a stain on there. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is this stain? You don't want to know.
Yeah. On a second thought, you can keep it. Oh, there was okay. There is one other thing too. So that rabbit finally appeared. From what is it? What's that shit called? Oh, cramps or something like Krampus. Cramps. Like, oh god, I have a cramp.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, cramp. I mean, I don't know. That name is a little dumb, if I'm going to be honest. Krampus, because it's just one syllable away from cramps. Like, come on, man. But anyway,
if you go by Slavic mythology, Krampus is supposed to be Saint Nicholas's other partner that dishes out punishment to naughty children.
Okay. That sounds like what they do basically in the story. So yeah, they're supposed to be investigating, right? The incident with Blue Crow and such like that because he got killed. Yes. So yeah, I don't know. It's like her appearance was just like, all right, I guess it's supposed to be like a little teaser of what's to come, but it didn't really like add anything else other than just it's just a little foreshadowing, I guess. No, man. So yeah, I guess it's something. But yeah, it could have been anyone else, and it would have like not really changed all that much, really. And then there's Damien, still being like a weird, ambiguous like bad guy / good guy. Like it was like, you know, because there was that part when Damien was like, telling the soldier to protect their image because the soldier was like, hey, fuck you with your little kid, like, because you know because the mom was like, you know, let the kid go first during the evacuation thing, and then like the soldier was like, no, fuck you, like get in line with everyone else or whatever, and then Damien was like, yo, you gotta protect our image, man, like what the fuck, but still, I can't help you. Like it's like, oh, okay. So I don't know, man. Something is up for the Damien as well as the little rabbit, as well as Zhao or Zhao, whatever, Zhao.
Ow, now, Zhao, Kuo, Zu, Za. Ow.
Yeah. But yeah, I figured that Soldi was like, you know, the villain for this story. But yeah, like the way they did it was like a little different from what I've expected. But I had that feeling. I was like, yeah, you know, she was coughing, so it's just like, oh, maybe something's gonna happen, right? Like something big, right? So yeah, you know, her being a bad guy or something like that. Yeah, like I kind of had that feeling from the very introduction or whatever of her when she was like, you know, talking with the kid, and then the kid was like, I think playing with her coin gun or something like that. Like, you know, oh, you know, like she's supposed to be like kind of friendly or something like that, but at the same time, I don't know, there's like this like ominous thing about her, I felt. So I was like, But it was kind of like funny at the same time, kind of grim when she pulled out the coin gun on Magus. So like, you know, obviously, so they kind of like jumped the gun, like I like literally jumped the gun, and so Magus stabbed her to death, basically, like in the heart. And then like it always made it like, oh, of course, you know, they made it look like, oh, fucking Orphe got shot in the head or whatever. Yeah. But instead, yeah, she got hit in the head with a coin. And so like, yeah, like so Isolde knew that she's gonna die anyway, so she wanted to die in the hands of her comrade, basically. So she kind of chose her death in the end. So yeah. What was it? Maybe what could have been kind of cool, but maybe it would have like undermined the story a little, or undermined the attention a little bit, is that like, let's say like she actually pulled out a real gun and shot her in the head, but the bullet pops out, and then the bullet hole like regenerate, or like it like closes up and it regenerates, and then Morphe's like, what, like what? What happened? You know, like basically like Wolverine, you know, like with this really crazy regeneration ability. And then like Orpheus just like what? Like how did I do that? What am I? You know? And then that could have like been a good, like maybe a good possible illusion, or like a stepping stone to her, like more in a way. Like what did they do to her during her sort of time in the chamber? You know, like when she's like experimented on or whatever. Possibly, I don't know. I don't know. What did you think of that part with the coin gun though? Like, did you feel anything?
I don't really feel like it.
It
It was okay.
was okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did you
Excuse me.
how did you do on that boss battle?
You know, such a fast blur. I need to look at it again.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I got my seed killed because I didn't know like the mechanics. I was kind of like just fucking around, like fooling around, and then there was like the little wall or whatever. I was like, oh shit, I'm supposed to go to the wall, and it was too late. it was basically you know, with Behemoth with the meteor mechanic. Yeah, kind of like that.
Oh, I got master killed.
Oh, oh no.
I was like, be gone from me.
Yeah. What did you think of Orphe as a, you know, from a gameplay perspective though? Because since we got to play a good amount of Orphe in the story.
She's alright.
She's alright, yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I like a good like aftershock DPS support kind of unit. I think she looks cool with the knife and everything. And then like the tail like whips her like whiplashes her because she like because or Magus likes to take over. So
Yeah.
so I think that animation looks funny, especially when you screen shoot it. So like you can see Orphe like this like at one point like she's getting pulled like yanked like crazy. It looks really funny. But yeah, they like really pay attention to the detail of like the animations this time around too. Like, cause like I think when you like dash randomly with Orphe, she does like this different animation of like, I don't know, like flipping the knife or whatever. It's like really like it's kind of cool actually. She kind of reminds me of like those assists in Marvel with like the beam or like, you know, like Amy's ice blast thing, or like if you recognize fighters like Dragon Ball Fighters, Vegeta had like the rapid blast thing as an assist. So it kind of reminds me of that as you switch over to the next person. It just, I don't know, it just kind of gave me those vibes. Oh, and then Akuma's like the downward beam super when he's like in the air. And he's like, oh yeah. Instead of the fireball version, he does like that giant beam instead. You hold it. Yeah. But on that, you know, it was an entertaining story. Yes, it was more of the Orphe and Magus show. And then the Opal Squad, like, felt like they were kind of just there. I will agree on that. Like, honestly, this animation felt like they were all like a family, right? If we're gonna, yeah, let's take a look at it real quick. Just taking, soldiers taking notes. Of course, Trigger wants a massage.
しておいてあげましょう。おかっこいいロボット。ダンスできる？もちろん。
Yeah, this part.
And pasta baby.
Yep. There's Suyeon.
でも最後のバス行っちゃって。大丈夫だよ。どうやって歩くかなんて僕たちの自由だもん。優秀な兵士はいかなる時もバランスを保つ。誰にも見られませんように。たまにはいいですね。
Yep. So that felt like they were more of a family than what you see in the actual main story, which is kind of funny actually. I mean, yeah, yes, like at one point they do start to like act like yes, they're all there, but a lot of times, yeah, like they're kind of just there. And even at one point, I was like, wait, where's Soldier? Like, where did Soldier go? Like, she's kind of like forgotten in the background, like at one point.
Forgotten,
Yeah.
reduced to atoms.
Adams, yeah. And then like randomly later, like, oh, she's like right there. Like, oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. But again, they have to sell the character, so they had to, yeah. They did what they had to do to like sell not only Seed, of course, with their own agent story, but Orphe and Magus. Yeah. And there are times, yes, which each of these main stories are gonna feel like that because, you know, like there's not much to move the story forward with, so they're just gonna like fill it in with all the character stuff to make you feel like, oh, I like this character, or oh, you know, that's what these characters are about, kind of
Yep.
thing. Yeah. So that's just kind of like, yeah, like a kind of a common gotcha thing, I feel, you know. And then like at some point, you know, you gotta move on to the next character, and then sometimes if it feels like the rest of the characters are now kind of like very side cast, you know, because you gotta make room for the next thing, and then the next thing, and then after that, the next thing. So you know, I just kind of wish they would feature more of the older characters, like more here and there, like more frequently, as to like, yeah, you know, you have the featured character of the week or the season. You know, I get it. You gotta sell them. You have a reason to, you know, pull on these characters. But once in a while, right? It'd be nice. But do you feel though that then would it be the same case for 2.1? Because 2.1, you had Yuzuha, Alice, and even like a good amount of Komano, right? Like, so do you feel like, right, like the same or similar opinion as well then? Like, oh, this was the Yuzuha, Alice, and some Komano show.
Excuse me.
Do you feel the same or similar way?
Yeah. I mean, again, like these characters, they grow on me.
Right. So then, like, so is that a minus point though, or like, cause you're kind of like making it sound like, you know, oh, this is the Orphe Magus show, but then what about
Yep.
how they treated, you know, Yuzuha and Alice then, and even Komano to an extent. And then you can even say the same thing for 2.0 for Yishuan. And
Yep.
and even, you know, Jufufu got her own agent story at one point.
Yep.
But of course we didn't even have like no Pan, and then that guy with the glasses, you know, like he's still a mystery,
Still
right?
on edge. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so like
Yeah.
like for like Alice and stuff, at least people were involved, right?
Mm.
Like to an extent.
Mhm.
Like Wise and them were involved. They also wanted to know what was going on. It's just that, again, to me, it was pretty much the Maggie and Orphe
Orphe.
show that everyone was just a guest character, pretty much
Hmm.
in this
Okay.
instant.
Okay. Okay. I mean, well, you also mentioned Wise, because I felt like Y, or, you know, your MC, because it could
Wise or Bell.
be Wise or Bell. Yeah,
depending.
Wise/Bell felt like, yeah, I mean, I felt like they did their part and was kind of like a voice of reason at one point,
Mhm.
who stood up against Magus at one point, because, you know, remember, because Magus was kind of like grumpy towards you at the beginning, but then, like, you know, you had to like step in at one point, and then she started to respect you more. So I
Yep, they did talk no too.
Yeah,
Pretty
but
much.
still, but that's, I think that deems them to be not, you know, a guest character, but actually kind of like a little more, at least a little more integral to the story. But yeah, I don't know.
I mean, again, like, yeah, you can say everyone was a part, but when you look at it as a whole, like, how long was everyone's screen time compared to, you know,
Right.
Maggie and Orphe? That's where I'm getting at. Is like everyone had such little screen time, and it was just
Like,
focused on.
I would agree with Soldier, because I felt like Soldier was the most like, oh, she was just there, right? By comparison, well, at least with Trigger had some part, Seed definitely had some part, and then, yeah, like, and of course, no question, you know, Orphe Magus, right? So now, like, now we're gonna move on to Lucia and what's her name? Ithara, I think it was Ithora, or Idara. Yeah, the octopus girl. So there's gonna be a story around them, right? And then one of them will have an agent story. Maybe the octopus girl is gonna have the main story being her story more ish, and then Lucia will have her story being told in an agent story. Yeah. Well, we'll definitely see. We'll see who gets that treatment, who gets the these trailers, right? These demos, you know. Well, Orphe and Magus will get theirs next, obviously, because now they're the next characters in the banner. So we'll definitely like see some trailers. We'll see how many though in comparison to Seed. Right, so I think that's that. Let's check out the gacha revenue stuff real fast. So this was for, let's let this load. This is for August, right? So if you noticed, though, speaking of Hoyo games in a way, like, look at this, right? You notice something. Who's on top right now? It's Fate Grand Order. for August. What do you know what came out for August banners?
Nope.
No, okay. I'm trying to remember if I can, but because when did Summer Castoria come out? Was that considered July or is it August? Do you know? Do you remember?
I think it was June, July,
Oh, it's June, July. Okay, that's right. Yeah, I don't know who came out.
like that.
Yeah, I don't know who came out for that, but yeah, it made enough money though to be on top for that month. And then second, Pokemon TCG Pocket, right? And then now number 3 is Love and Deep Space instead of being number 1, but they're still top 3 to be fair, so let's not discredit them. And they only went down by 1 rank, but look at Fate Grand Order. They shot up by 8. They were at number 8, right? Ish. All the way up to number 1. That's a big ass jump. And then look at where Hoyo is. Like the Hoyo games are. Like Genshin Impact went down by 2. Star Rail went down by 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then unfortunately ZZZ, look what this is, right? Number 12, not even like touching top 10 with 15 mil. It's still making money, yes, but it's noticeably less than Genshin and Star Rail, you know. Now, last month, to be fair, was the Fate collab banners. So that's why you got a bunch of money. You got a shit ton of money. You know, so that's why in July it was number 1. And then look where well, but even so, yeah, look where ZZZ is, right? Oh, but look at where Fate Grand Order was, number 9. Yeah. Uma Musume is still like it's been very consistent, like number 5. Oh, but look at that, it went up by 11 spots. That's huge jump there. Huge jump. Because you had the better Umas come out. There was the Qiddiya Sound Black support card, so on and so forth. A lot of like good, like more of the good ones are starting to come out. And then there was a unit, or there was a horse girl named Narita Brian, who's like really cool looking. So that's why another reason I believe that would add to this sort of consistent performance. And then another good unit's gonna come out this right now in September, and then you have in October a very, very good unit coming out around that time too. So it's gonna be a very consistent run for Uma Musume for a while, so on and so forth. But yeah, it's still going to show though that yeah, it's very much beating the Hoyo games, especially ZZZ. But you know, having the fact that it did top Hoyo at one point is pretty big. Though to be fair, Genshin now right now is kind of like in that resting phase, and then literally 6.0 is gonna pop like this coming week, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So it'll like shoot back up again because they're gonna come out with more powerful units. People are waiting for new reaction mechanics. So unfortunately, they're tied to these units, so it's kind of like a pay to win kind of phase right now, which is rubbing people the wrong way. But it is going to make money nonetheless because people want, you know, they want that power, they want that damage, right? Now, if you took a look at June though for Genshin, it did take number 1, because at the time I believe that was when Skirk came out, and Skirk was another very long-awaited unit. She's like very powerful, does a lot of damage, blah blah blah, whatever you name it. So yeah. So it's been having its ups and downs. But if we even take a look at June, okay, yeah, you know, Zenless did still do pretty well at number 5. It jumped from 11 ranks, so that's pretty good. But damn, look at May, 10 mil in comparison to all the other ones, right? What was May? Was that the Yuzuha stuff? Was that Yuzuha's banner? I think it was, right? Something like that. or I might be mistaken. When did Yuzo come out? Not countdown, but yeah. It was, oh, it's considered July. Okay, okay. So May was who then? The Oh, was it Jufufu? I guess people didn't want Jufufu, huh? Damn. She's just cute. I guess that's what it is. She's just cute. She wants to be looked at as like a shonen character, but she's like a very much a cute shoujo character. Unfortunately. Yeah. What else? Yeah. So, but the fact that right now, yeah, Musume has been very consistent in performance is pretty promising. Other than, yeah, the 1 month where it did only did that much. But I think it was like in a dry phase at one point. Now it's like going to pick up because way better units are going to be coming out. I think probably in November might be a dead phase. But I could be wrong. I don't know. So yeah. Any comments on any of this stuff?
Nah.
No.
My money is dying.
Yeah. Oh yeah, meanwhile, Dragon Ball Dokkan still hanging in there with in the top 10. Yeah. Are you familiar with the Gundam game? SD
Yep.
Gundam
I'll play it.
You don't play it?
Nope.
Okay. There's a Naruto one, but that's only Chinese. Oh, very, very consistent performance. And yeah, we have to remember that this, yeah, Musume is combined at this point. So you have to take that into consideration. But same thing goes with ZZZ. It's also combined. And then Genshin and Sariel also combined. Yeah, that's pretty much it on that. All right. Couple of quick ones. So we'll talk about this one. Pokemon and Lego will collab and will launch sometime in 2026. One of them will reportedly cost $650 with almost 7,000 pieces. It will be one of the largest Lego sets of all time. What if it was just like a Snorlax or something? When was the last time you actually bought yourself a set of Legos? Like any related, yeah, like an actual thing of Legos to build.
When did it come? Actually, like buy Legos?
Yeah, Legos. Like you build them, that type of shit.
02 to 03.
What?
02 to 03. 2002 to 2003.
Oh, like the last time it was around 02, 03. Okay. Got you. Okay. Damn, that's like a long time then. Yeah, because for me, I think it was around that time too. But I was more into the Lego Technic stuff. Which is like kind of like entirely different, like kind of a different thing of Legos, but still Legos, I guess. It still had the Lego name. Yeah. I did buy a set of like a certain car. I forget what car it was though. It might have been like a oh no, I think it was just like a general Lego Technic set. They can like build into like a lot of things or something like that. It wasn't like a one specific build type of thing. It was just like a bunch. It was like a bunch of pieces, including like small tires, big tires, and like whatever tires, right? And treads. And then if you buy like you can buy like a motor that has like a remote on it or like a RC control on it, so you can like actually like control and make your own RC car in a way if you want to do so. So that type of stuff. But yeah, like to actually buy Lego ish stuff, it was like way earlier, long time ago. Yeah. But yep. For those who collect Legos, man, $650, almost 7,000 pieces. One of the biggest ones of all time. There will be more, of course. There's gonna be like there will be a medium build for $200, apparently, according to a leak, and a smaller one for $60, which sounds like quite a bit. Collectors are eating good, apparently, I guess. Yeah. All right, next one. Let's just get this one out of the way real quick. The -1 from Godzilla -1 sequel is finally being officially in production. So they started filming not too long ago. So, yep. That's pretty much it on that one. Not much else to it. I don't think there's really like a real release date for it, or at least window at the moment. But it does say that the budget is much larger for the sequel. So I hope, yeah, they make use of it, man. Hopefully they don't let cheap out on it. You know, go out with more of a bang than ever. Yeah. I have a question for you. So yeah, we know that -1 is getting a sequel, yes, but how would you feel like would you be as excited for a Shin Godzilla sequel?
I mean, it left on such a cliffhanger, and if you remember, at the tip of the tail, something moved.
Yes. Yeah. And
it was like,
yeah,
what that?
Yeah. And even in fact, pieces of Godzilla were actually like rained throughout the city. And there was a scene where there was like this weird blob thing with like eyes, or like one eye, meaning that it can actually like spawn if they're separate from Godzilla in a way. But I guess it depends on how well intact it is. So maybe it might have been dying at that one point, but it was like gross and disfigured looking. So maybe like, yeah, it might have been what came from the tip of the tail, but because it was like kind of torn off rather than just like peeled off or something, then I guess that maybe that poor little guy did not make it. I guess you could put it that way. So yeah, it was implying though that Shin Godzilla was able to like sort of just multiply in that route, and then you have like that tip of the tail with all the weird, you know, that skeleton stuff, and yeah. But yeah, no, I think it would be nice, but I'm not thirsty for it. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather just see the -1 sequel, because I really like -1 a little more. Like I get the message of Shin Godzilla, like it's supposed to be like this nasty, painful, ugly looking Shin Godzilla, but I think other elements kind of hold me back from like completely liking Shin Godzilla. Like I still like it. I don't hate it by any means. It's just by comparison to other Godzillas, not as high as I want it to be, you know? And I know like a lot of people were like really praising it at the time. And to be fair, I was too, because that was like the newest Godzilla film at the time. But as it like kind of set with me, I grew to like just not like it as much as I did first time. So that's kind of like where I am. At Western Godzilla, you know. But yeah, but, you know, I still, even with all that said, I think a sequel could be an opportunity to sort of like iron out some of the things that I didn't like about Shin Godzilla, including like, it's hard to put it to words, but there's some like certain elements in that movie that I kind of like couldn't get behind. It wasn't really like the pacing by any means, because it was supposed to be conveying like all the chaotic vibes of like trying to make a decision as a governing body, right? Because they're dealing with, you know, what essentially is like a disaster, right? Which, like, you know, that's how Godzilla movies originally were kind of portrayed as, instead of just like a monster movie, you know, with just monsters fighting on the screen for the sake of fighting, right? They've always treated like Godzilla in the past like he was like a storm, like a thing that just walks through and just creates destruction and shit, and they're trying to like deal with it somehow. Which, that aspect I always liked. You know, you don't treat him like, you know, not particularly like a villain, but you just treat him like a force of nature that is a sign of as a result of a consequence of using like, oh, nuclear power, for example, or whatever weapon, or another example, hypothetically. But mostly, yes, the nuclear weapon thing. But anyway, -1, cool, awesome.
Yep.
I look forward to it. And yep, best of luck to Yamazaki-san and the rest of the crew on a good production. I hope they go bigger with now that they said it's a bigger budget. Yep. All right. Cool. That is it, I think. I hope. Yeah. Let's just make sure we're not missing anything like we kind of did with ZZZ or whatever. So let's just kind of do a quick
Miss everything.
Yeah. Do a quick little skim. Yeah, it's just showing. Nope, that's a cutscene for the agent story. I'm gonna skip over that.
Yeah.
Seed stuff, Mercury. Oh, did you get Mercury?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to think like, who the fuck is that? Like,
Yeah, it's the new Bongbu that came out. The scuba diver.
Bang Gubu, Ego Bang You Me.
Yeah. Yes, sir. All right, we didn't miss anything. Good. All right, that's it. So again, we will be taking a break for next week. So we'll be off for this coming Saturday. I already got plans for the Saturday, so yeah, I'm gonna have fun for sure. It involves with more car detailing stuff. But yep. I hope you have a good birthday, Zawa. In any case.
No.
No.
I will destroy everything
You
in
was-
sight.
Yeah, just like Isolde, right?
Yep.
Wanted to wipe the slate clean, so to say.
I'm gonna use this sword that I magically found.
Yeah, I kind of wish they kind of like talked about how they found, or she found the sword, or at least include some sort of cutscene.
Oh, it was in the story. She
It
was
was
part
in the
of that,
story, but it's like I wish they kind of like made it more visual, like, oh yeah, I got the sword, like yes, or something. I don't know. Instead of like just being
she was
told.
with the person that had the sword.
Yeah.
And when they did that,
Yes.
he's like, "Oh no, there's something on the ground."
Yeah.
Oh well, finders keepers. Thank you. Bye bye.
It was more told than it was shown. So I wish it was shown as it was told. Yeah.
Yes.
A lot of that does happen also with these stores as well. Yep. All right. Thank you very much, and we will hope to see you all in the next one. Bye bye.
Lycon and give him a smooch.
Oh yeah, you got fucking Lycon as your yeah, 50-50.
Smooch. Now lower my